own party. The son of 2 police officers, Mark grew up in a house where money was tight. He knows what it means for Arizonans when everyday items cost more. Thanks to Mark Kelly's work, Medicare will finally negotiate down prescription drug prices. Less money spent at the pharmacy means more money stays in your pocket. Mark is leading the effort to cut red tape for truckers and ease supply chain issues. And he's pushing for more domestic oil production to bring down gas prices. Because Mark knows that for a lot of people, every little bit counts right now. Senator Mark Kelly, looking out for Arizona, fighting for us.
I'm Mark Kelly, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Mark Kelly for Senate.
When a cold comes on strong, knock it out with Vicks DayQuil Severe for max strength daytime relief. Just 1 dose of Vicks DayQuil Severe starts to relieve 9 of your worst cold and flu symptoms to help take you from 9 to none. Power through your day with Vicks DayQuil Severe, the daytime non-drowsy, coughing, aching, fever, sore throat, 9 to none medicine. Use as directed.
Smart businesses are always looking for ways to improve. Better workdays can start with Cintas. Your dedicated Cintas service reps help make sure you have what you need when you need it. We'll stock your essential cleaning products, deliver hygienically clean workwear, inspect your fire extinguishers, and provide first aid and safety supplies. Cintas is with you every step of the way, so you stay a step ahead. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
This is Aaron Warby, host of the Bulls and the Bears Radio Hour. In the show, we teach the tools, rules, and strategies that professionals use to outperform in the markets. Having those skills has never been more important than it is in our current economy. These are times that history teaches us that the masses are impoverished while the few making the right moves are gaining generational type wealth. At Online Trading Academy, we teach people just like you how to make the same moves at the same time as Wall Street elites. And right now, we have an end of summer special. Join us for an intensive 3-day market timing course covering the best of the trading and investing strategies of our time. Text us now and register for the course at 66% off the normal $299 price. Text $99 to 25029 and get this class for just $99. Again, that's $99 to 25029.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM.
And K240 Robert Hills at 95.9 FM. All right, people, settle down. Because it's time. Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it. All right, everybody, it's Tuesday here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Keon Rose in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harman Solar Studios in Scottsdale. I don't know if you guys knew this or if it ever came up, but it turns out we missed it. Today is Morning Show Host Day, National Morning Show Host Day.
Morning show host.
Yeah, evidently that's a thing. We forgot it, so I kind of feel bad. We didn't do anything for the morning show. I guess maybe a moment of silence. Then is that what we need? I don't know what you're supposed to do.
I don't even think Bruce is in town. I think he's out of town. Dale's been holding the fort down in the morning.
So that's how Bruce celebrates National Morning Show Host Day.
I think so.
I didn't know
by not working, which is odd for Bruce.
Yeah, that's very odd for him. It's right up our alley, though.
Oh, yeah.
So when they have National Afternoon Show Host Day, we go. And that's fine. That's just the way it'll be. Just got to tell you, that's how we celebrate.
We
do. Yep. So, all right. Week 3 is done and in the books. A very rare event has happened. You know how they are like, everybody's freaking out like, oh, look, Jupiter is so much closer to the planet. And it's only going to happen again in another 100 years. And everybody's like, oh, we got to go see it. Well, here's something equally as rare. Each one of us on the Daily Blender won our fantasy football game this week. Yes.
How about that, huh?
Yes. We all won. That doesn't happen very often. And Randy still undefeated. Randy is undefeated in Premier League. He's just behind box of Russ Takeout, is what he's called his name, team name this week. I'm in third place. For some reason, though, Keon's in fifth place. This is because, even though he's won, a couple of games, he's not very good. Anyway, but we still, we have that going for us that we've won. Now, this week, I play Ralph, and Randy, you play Keon.
Well, that'll be my first loss.
Yeah. Why would you say that? You're going to do fine. Your team is killing it. I
don't have any friends. I have no friends in the fantasy football world.
What are you talking about? What about me?
I took your advice last week and I texted Rosalie Fantasy Girl, hey, who do you think I should start at quarterback? I got absolutely no answer. You know, when she finally answered me, I got into her Twitter, what do you call it, mailbox
you
there.
Slid into her DMs.
Okay. I hate the sound of that, but I did that. You know when she got back to me? Today. Oh, geez. Sorry, pal. Hope you started Trevor Lawrence. Yeah. I did not.
Yeah. Well, it's easy to have Rosalie. The right answer on a Tuesday. Sure. Well, here, let's go ahead and do our weekly prizes for everyone. As far as the picks go, Sagar has won the week with 12 correct picks on the Harmon Solar NFL Fan Pick'em contest.
12 correct? How in the world?
That's astounding. With as wonky and weird as these last 3 weeks have been, when I see somebody has 10, 11, 12, I'm like, they just guessed. You know what I'm saying? This is a person who normally probably never gets anything right because this is such a hard year for some reason. There's no way I'm going to be even in the top half of the percentile. So I am yet a mere mortal this year. So here's the person with the most picks right in the Daily Blender, and for 1580 the Fanatic, Keon Rose with 9 right.
Whoa, Keon.
Yes.
Wow.
I really needed the Giants to get me that 10.
No, hold on. Sorry. Big Steve also has 9. So you have the most on this show. You tied for the most on the station. I had 8 right, and everyone else had 7. Everyone else had 7. Randy had 7. Ralph had 7. Even Radio Ron had 7. We thought Spooky Ron was coming back after last week. But this is just a bizarre and wonky kind of season. I don't even know what to tell you. I don't know what is up or down anymore with the NFL. So that's cool. It doesn't matter what we get right. It only matters that some listeners are winning some prizes. And of course, Sagar is going to get his weekly prize of an NFL jersey. So he has sent in his information and we'll get that thing going for him. So congratulations to Sagar. Here is the highest score in the Daily Blender Fantasy Football Leagues. Sticky Whizzleteats in League 11.
Sticky what? Sorry?
184.6. Well, it's a play on Stinky Whizzleteats, which is a Ren and Stimpy version of Santa Claus. But this one is Sticky Whizzleteats, and he has 184 points.
Now, was that approved by the name council?
But it's just one of the fantasy football team names.
I was just checking.
It's okay, Randy. No, I think this one is fine. The lowest score, this is not the Phil you're thinking of, but Phil's Cowboys in League 12, 67.6 points. Ouch.
Wow.
Yeah, that's we've seen lower. Looking at you, Moist One. We have seen lower, but that's this week's lowest. So there you go. That's the prizes and notices and notifications and whatnot. So that's it.
Stinky,
that's pretty cool.
Whizzletits.
I knew you were. No, it's not. No, you can't say that. You can't say that. It's Whizzleteats, and it's. You've never watched Ren and Stimpy, have you?
No.
You should probably watch some Ren and Stimpy.
After my time.
Yeah. 888-368-1580. The Stockton Slap says, good afternoon, guys. Just want to say, how about them Cowboys? Defense looking top 10, maybe top 5. Run game coming alive. And Jerry Jones might actually have his quarterback controversy he wanted. Followed by an LOL, which means he knows he's full of crap. So, yes, we're going to talk about Monday Night Football here in a little bit, but we have a whole lot of stuff to talk about before we get to that. We missed some big stories yesterday because we had such a shortened show and it was completely focused on the foosball, but there's a storm coming in, and I don't know if this is going to affect any of the NFL football games. Not on Thursday, I don't think, but we got that's happening in Cincinnati, so I think that that's fine. But this weekend, that might not be the case. South Carolina had to move their game because of Hurricane Ian. Pretentious British hurricane rolling in. All posh.
Well, I mean, it is posh, but it's a Category 3 and a very dangerous storm at this point. So, yeah, it's nothing to play games with.
So,
pardon the pun. I did a pun, and I didn't even realize. Pardon the pun, there, guys. I'll shut up now.
I'm just imagining in my head what it'd be like if I didn't do the show.
You'd probably be happier, but don't really think that hard about it.
So, Keon, why don't you fill us in on the college games that are affected? I don't know if any NFL games.
This is a blender alert.
Maybe some baseball guy. Okay.
Go ahead, Keon.
Yes.
Blender alert.
Alert us, Blender.
Yeah, Hurricane Iron Eagle rolling in to Florida. So we're talking about a lot of the East Coast games, those Southeast. Wake Forest is a team that's going to have to consider where they're going to be playing. Florida State versus Wake Forest. While the Hurricane's not actually going to be all up in, the Carolinas where Wake Forest is, the storms could actually have an impact on that game. If there's lightning, if there's just way too much rain to play a game, they could potentially end up moving that game to later in the season, moving around a bye week. Eastern Washington was supposed to visit Florida. That game is going to be moved to Sunday. Southern or South Florida and East Carolina, they were supposed to play. They're going to be changing venues. Potentially playing at 7 p.m. at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa Bay, Florida. Let's see here. We got South Carolina State and South Carolina. That game is also being moved as well, according to CBS Sports.
What I don't understand is why the Tampa Bay Lightning are postponing their preseason. They play indoors, don't they?
They do play inside, yeah.
Shouldn't be affecting them at all.
Well, if it's a hurricane, though, then
I don't know.
Come on now.
What we had a few weeks ago here in the Valley with all the torrential downpours that we had, that was remnants of a hurricane. I quite frankly didn't see the big deal with hurricanes, but I mean, to each his own.
Bunch of damn babies.
No, there's the high level of winds. If something gets inside the building, someone could be seriously injured.
Here's what I say: close the door.
Yeah.
Okay, but there are windows. Yeah. There are glass.
In a stadium, there's windows.
Where the Tampa Bay Lightning play, I think it's pretty well no windows in a hockey arena. I don't think they have a roof that opens up.
If the sun gets in there, it'll melt all the
maybe
ice.
Not at the highest level, but
you got to keep it cold, Keon.
The lobbies, the walkways where people are.
Just don't hang out in the lobby. Get your ass in your seat where it belongs.
Yeah, stay in the seat.
Just seems unsafe.
You know what? I'll hold your hand through all this. Don't worry.
No,
you don't worry. It'll be all right. All right. So anything else being affected that we have to try to pretend to care about?
I can't think of anything.
No, those are all the things.
Any professional football games that are going to be affected by this?
Games that matter?
Yeah.
I mean, Tampa Bay has already moved everything to Miami to work out in Miami.
I mean, you can break an iPad in Miami as much as you can in Tampa.
Oh, hell yeah.
I don't think that's going to hurt nothing.
Pretty easy.
Let's see what they're saying here on the text line. Cowboy Sparky says, Cowboys win, Jeffrey, and Dak could be coming back soon. Why rush back?
Yeah.
Well, you shouldn't rush him back. He's an injury-prone human being. You should let him heal up the best you can and get the best out of him when the time comes. I love that everybody's making a big deal out of last night's game and the whole Cooper Rush thing. It's like, pump the brakes. It's the Giants, okay? It's the Giants. Your defense is okay, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Again, we're going to talk about that in a second. Bruno Baller says, Jeffrey, with Bruce not on the morning show, that's not a moment of silence. That's an entire show of silence. Well, not like Dale's just sitting there going, usually somebody else is talking. He actually is saying stuff.
They had somebody on the show with him. I don't remember the name off the top of my pointy head, but he's also had people on the phone with him. I think he had Tim Kempton on the show this morning.
Sure.
Yeah.
Berg says, everyone have a great day. Congratulations, Randy. Bye week, Keon.
Oh boy.
He's basically saying you get a bye week because you're playing Keon.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Thank you.
okay.
I don't look at it that way.
I feel like Ralph with no victories is ought to be a bye week, but all right. I think if anyone looks at me as a bye week, have fun.
Eked that out. I eked
have
that
fun.
win out.
Big George says, is Carolina Hurricanes preseason game canceled because of hurricane? That's ironic, isn't it? Yeah, that actually, well, it's just, I don't know if it's ironic, Alanis, but it's, pointed, I guess. Bob Shrushky says, hey, play in the rain like men and bears. Yeah, you're about to get a dome stadium and like it, Bob. That's just happening. There's nothing you can do about that. All right, listen, I'm going to remind everybody, not that I need to, but wrestling's fake. Wrestling is fake, okay? Unless it's college students or Olympians, wrestling is fake, all right? So I'm not giving this guy any credit for anything other than what he has achieved in doing good guy stuff. John Cena, you remember this, back in June, he set a record with the Make-A-Wish Foundation for fulfilling 650 wishes, and now he's being recognized by the Guinness World Records. And now it's listed most wishes granted through the Make-A-Wish Foundation. But, he should have got that a while ago. They just hadn't sorted out it. Nobody's even fulfilled 200 wishes yet. So he's by far been the leader for quite some time.
He is John Cena.
He's been doing it since 2002, and he is still the most requested celebrity.
Wow.
I know if you had one wish, I know you'd really wanted something from John Cena. I know
you. I want to punch it.
It was in that list of things to do. In case I have one wish of things to do. One of them was to punch a zebra. Another one had John Cena come to town and do some sort of wish with you.
None, 0%. I never mentioned his name.
You being a big John Cena fan.
No. I wish he'd stop doing those stupid insurance commercials with the blue cow. Just please stop. But for this, you got to give him his credit. 650 Make-A-Wish wishes right there. Nicely done. This was interesting. And now I think he'll have more time to be on the Fox Sunday morning football show. Jimmy Johnson has retired from full-time racing. That explains why he's not always in studio. Sometimes he's at his house or in an RV.
No, Jeffrey.
But so now
he's wrong guy, Jeffrey. Wrong guy.
Jimmy Johnson, 7-time NASCAR championship, former coach of the Dallas Cowboys, Super Bowl winner. He's nothing but a winner, Randy.
Two completely different people. You got Jimmy Johnson is about 3'7", perfectly coiffed hair, has had the same hair.
Nicely into that NASCAR.
Nope. Has never been on a NASCAR in his life. Probably in a pace car, but never in a NASCAR. I don't think he's tall enough to reach the pedals. Sort of the
maybe
same
IndyCar then.
No, I don't think. No, you've got to be slender to get into an IndyCar. I'm sorry. No,
you're calling Jimmy Johnson fat? He's a little portly.
The one that's on the TV, the football pregame, former Super Bowl champion.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's not fat.
The one 7-time champion of the NASCAR circuit and a perennial back row runner of the IndyCar. He should have never got into an IndyCar because it really tarnished his legacy. That Jimmy Johnson, he is slender. He's about 6 feet tall. I met him face to face. He's completely not the same guy that's on the Fox NFL show.
Well, whatever. He retired. 888-368-1580. Big Stanky 87 says, good afternoon, guys. Good luck this week with your Colts, Jeffrey. Yeah, I appreciate that, but
Jeffrey's taking a guarded approach.
I'm not optimistic. I just don't care. The season can be what it's going to be. But the one thing that is not going to change in my mind is Frank Reich needs to go. And so does Matt Ryan. That he's just done. Nothing good is going to come of this year. Maybe we'll win a game here and there. Maybe we'll surprise somebody, but it's like I said, we're going to be under 500. That's my bet right now. Incarcerated person says, my wish is to get out of here early. John, where are you at?
You mean he wants John Cena to help him out?
That's his Make-A-Wish.
I don't know that he's on his.
Do you got the cancer?
No.
And are you under the age of 12? Those are probably two things. If you were born on a leap year, they'd have to do it for you, right?
You have to be under the age of 12.
I don't know, 12, 13. How old is the Make-A-Wish limit? Maybe it's 18.
I was hoping 60. I have some wishes. if I'm going to die, I'd like to have some wishes fulfilled.
Me too. Stockton Slap says wrestling is like breast implants. We know it's fake, but still fun. Okay, no, that's fair. That's fair. Wing Guru says actually the guy who needs to retire is Terry Bradshaw. Man, he sounds terrible on the broadcast. I think he's suffering from dementia. I don't think he has dementia. I think his mind is fine. I think that he is suffering from some sort of health issues, and he's just fighting through it and trying to be on the TV. I bet when we find out what he's been dealing with, we're gonna maybe have a little bit more respect for the man. He's a doof. He's a goof, but you can tell he is powering through something that ain't fun.
He said he's been dealing with the brain fog from the CTE. Just sometimes he wakes up in the morning and he's not sure exactly where he is, and he's talked about that. And I don't know if that's necessarily it or if that's in addition to anything else that he's got going on. But yeah, that I wish nothing but the best for that guy. Also, under the age of 18, as long as you're under 18, you can make a wish.
Damn it.
I thought so. Big Stanky says I have a beer bet with him. Oh, really? About the Titans game? Yeah, you're probably going to get a free beer. I mean, I would not be surprised if you don't get a free beer on this one. Mr. Pringle says, I bet Dusty Rhodes doesn't think wrestling's fake. Well, of course not. He was a fake wrestler. I mean, come on. Anybody who does it's going to say it wasn't fake. And anybody who watches it that has the IQ above that of, 35 will tell you, holy crap, that's fake. Kiss the Cook says, just got back from New York. Man, do they love their Yankees on the subway. I've never seen so many pinheads in all my life. Yeah, well, it's their team and somebody's paying to make that a good team. Gee whiz, I remember back during 2001, lots of people were wearing Diamondback stuff. Just hasn't really had a good reason to do it lately, have they? Baker's Cocky Hen says ASU's game is canceled this weekend. Also, not because of the hurricane, just because they suck.
Haven't heard that.
It's not very nice at all.
Haven't heard. That's
they're supposed to be unveiling some new uniforms so they can get their ass kicked into some new uniform combination here coming up very quickly.
Yeah, it's USC. I'm not looking forward to it.
Yeah,
I think they're over at the Coliseum there this weekend.
Or they'll do like the Colts and just suddenly whoop somebody's ass for no apparent reason.
Well, that would be nice.
That would be nice.
Wouldn't that be something if they really hung one on USC?
Yep.
Come on. It's not likely, but come on.
They're 26-point dogs.
So and yes, every game is its own story, right, Randy?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Don't give up hope.
I'm not a fan of this story, but
wait, well, hold on. You hear what you're saying right now about ASU? Couldn't you say the same damn thing about the Arizona Diamondbacks, Randy?
Are we going to do this again?
No, we're not. But I wanted you to see the hypocrisy.
There's no hypocrisy there.
There's a lot of it.
It's
time for a break. Got to go to break.
You got professional, highly paid baseball professionals playing a sport that they're not winning. Okay, you have paid management and staff and administration who are not.
Everybody's getting paid, Randy.
Let's go ahead and extend the hell out of those people. Meanwhile,
I am not trying to start nothing. I'm just saying.
It sounds like you were to me.
You suddenly sound like me being a Diamondbacks fan just for a moment there. We got to take a break. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
This is Brent Musburger's action update for Arizona's new home for sports, The Fanatic. Now, here are the latest lines from my guys in the desert.
College football, Arizona looking for their first Pac-12 win. They will host winless Colorado Saturday night. The Wildcats a 17.5-point favorite. Arizona State a 26-point underdog at number 6 USC. NFL Week 4, the Cardinals traveling to Charlotte to take on the Panthers. Both teams at 1-2 straight up and against the spread. Cardinals a 1.5-point road underdog. The over/under at 44. Last 2 weeks of the regular season, the Diamondbacks in Houston starting tonight against the Astros. Zach Davies getting the start for Arizona against Lance McCullers Jr. for Houston. The Diamondbacks at plus 180 on the money line. Houston minus 227.5 the total. Red hot winning picks at experts.winnersandwhiners.com. Save 75% on any best bet package with the promo code ACTION75. That's ACTION75 at experts.winnersandwhiners.com. For vsin.com, I'm Trey Westerberg on Arizona's sports betting station.
Business people like it straight and to the point. So here it is. Bruce Jacobs here to tell you take control of your utility expenses by calling Harmon Solar right now. They can save up to 80% on that monthly electric bill with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Level your energy costs, protect yourself from inflation. How's that for straight and to the point? Here's more. Harmon Solar is a local family-owned company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar 800-281-3189 or go to harmonsolar.com.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-279-0433 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-279-0433. That's 800-279-0433. What do you have to lose? Call 800-279-0433. Again, 800-279-0433.
What you've heard about probiotics is probably wrong.
I eat yogurt, so I don't need to take a probiotic.
Probiotics? They don't really work. It's time to learn the truth about probiotics from Align, the probiotic brand recommended by gastroenterologists 2 times more than any other probiotic brand. Align has probiotics to naturally help relieve occasional bloating, gas, and abdominal discomfort. Try Align for a month and see how great a healthy gut can feel at alignprobiotics.com.
When it comes to covering the high school sports scene in Arizona, AZ Preps 365 has all the answers. Every Saturday morning from 8 until 10, they break down games, interview the newsmakers, talk with coaches from around the state, and stay up to date with what's happening with prep athletes and breaking news from the Arizona prep scene. It's AZ Preps 365, 8 till 10 Saturday mornings on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, and always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
Remember last year when you wanted to hear that NFL matchup, but you couldn't because you were at your nephew's birthday party and the Fanatic couldn't stream the NFL on their app? Didn't that suck?
Well, those days are over, pal. Now you can listen live to every primetime NFL game on the Fanatic app. Download the app now at the Google Play Store or the App Store, or at 1580thefanatic.com.
Stay the Thunder here on 1580 The Fanatic. Here's the rundown for your ear hole to listen to some sports up on this damn radio station. On Thursday night football, got the Dolphins at Bengals. That's right. Fish Tank's team versus, do we have any Bengal fans? I don't think we do. I don't know if I've ever seen somebody with a Bengal fan moniker. Have you?
No, or heard anybody, support the Bengals texting into the show or anything
or
like
met
that.
anyone that...
Well, they did just get good like yesterday.
Yeah. So soon enough, if they're good this year, which so far they haven't really been, you might see some jerseys and some brand new, fresh T-shirts with creases in them, as happens when people bandwagon or whatever. Ralph, I'm sure, will have some. Friday night, it's a battle of the ALAs in high school football. ALA Gilbert North versus ALA Queen Creek. So it's going to be a whole lot of blonde kids out there, basically. Saturday, come on. Everybody knows what I'm saying. Saturday in college football, Oklahoma State taking on Baylor. That's starting up at 10 a.m. here on the radio station, I think. I think it's 10 a.m. May not. Maybe it's not. I don't know. I should probably check that. I might have that wrong. Let me just check my calendar real fast. I may have prematurely sent that out. I think it's 11 a.m. actually. Sunday, we've got 2 games. One, you have to get up at the ass crack of dawn to listen to. The Vikings are at the Saints in London Town, 6 a.m. here on the big radio station. Then Sunday night football, Chiefs at Buccaneers. That ought to be pretty interesting. That could be the last time you see Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes play. We've already had this game, the old guard versus the new kid, and we thought that was the last time we'd see him play. This time, the Chiefs have been, they struggled last week against the Colts, and the Buccaneers still do have a damn good defense, but offensively, the Buccaneers had been struggling. Does the Chiefs have any kind of a good defense? I couldn't tell by watching my horrible Colts play them. So somebody's going to say, yay or nay, do the Chiefs have a decent defense?
It's a decent defense. Yeah, it's a good defense. They have playmakers. They force turnovers, but they can be scored on too. So it's kind of a mixed bag. It's an all right defense.
You could just say I don't know. You could just say that, and I'm like, all right, that's cool. You don't have to know everything.
No, they have a good defense. I answered your question.
Sounded like you didn't know.
No, it sounded like I knew.
Like you're trying to be politically correct. You're running for office. You're just want to piss off either side, right?
Well,
there.
it is this season.
What are you talking about? No, look. Let me explain what I'm saying.
I'm going to do an attack.
No.
What
No. I'm going to stall this show. What I said was
anyone talk.
They're a team that forces turnovers, but they give up points. That is not a politically correct answer. That is specifically what that defense does.
Oh, here it comes again.
We need a man. Give a straight answer.
Okay,
Keon Rose panders.
This is not flash anger. I am actually mad. I explained the thing I thought pretty thoroughly but concisely, and you're like, "No, you didn't say anything at all." No. That is not okay, sir. That is not okay.
Condescends to the masses.
Who is condescending? You in this. I hate political attack ad season. And you're dragging me into this, and I don't want to be into this. All I want to say is the defense is all right. That's all I wanted to say. It's an
Keon
okay.
Rose doesn't have the stones to be your leader.
Well, that's good because I don't want to be. It's all right. I never wanted to be a politician. I just want to say that the
man that has the flash anger issues that Keon Rose has. Oh, he'll tell you he's fine and he's only talking facts, but emotion gets to him. Is that the man you want holding the nuclear button? I don't think so. Well, he's only running for the school board. Doesn't matter. Tuck says he's going to be at the game Thursday. He says, I'll be there. And by the way, he says, I am the only Bengals fan. 37 years in running. I'm it. So Tuck, I never knew that. I guess I should have, because September 8th, he says, the lack of respect for the Bengals is terrible. I just thought you were just, feeling sorry for them or something. So sorry, Tuck. Well, now we know we have a single Cincinnati Bengals fan there.
Lack of respect. You mean from us? Keon and I have both selected the Bengals to win in our picks.
It was September 8th. Once. And Keon just really hates the Bengals.
Well,
and it seeps out of him. And Keon hates the Bengals with a passion.
I don't hate the Bengals. I don't feel anything towards.
Not what you said in the interview.
It's if you don't play in the NFC East, I have almost no feelings about you.
Keon has no feelings for you, Tuck. He hates your ass. Paid for by Jeffrey O'Brien.
You just said two different things.
I approve this message. Hey, listen, it doesn't have to make sense during election season. I can say three different things in an ad at the end, just have like a black and white picture of you, kind of looking like the worst picture we can find of you. And like, Keon Rose is out to get you. Paid for by Jeffrey O'Brien. I approve this message.
Yeah, I don't know about Bengals disrespect. I've been wrong picking them every single week so far. But
Tuck says I'll never vote for Keon now. See what I've just done there?
Yeah. Wow. Even though I've picked them literally every single week and I've been wrong 2 out of the 3 weeks.
Facts don't matter here. I've made him feel a certain way.
Yeah, clearly.
It's Arizona. Carrie Lake is next. She's coming, baby.
Oh.
Sorry. Bruno Baller says, I think you might find a bagel fan on the morning show. Bengal, Bruno Baller. Bengal, Cincinnati Bengal. Berg says, hey, bye-week Keon, you're an angry politician.
I'm not a bye-week.
Listen, I can't run for office. I'm too blunt and I can't be bought. Keon, he can be bought, but he has anger management issues.
No, I can't be bought.
Randy, I don't know. Yeah, Randy, why don't you run for office? What's your problem?
Because I don't want to.
He's smoking a cigar, drinking whiskey like Ron White, just
That's right. I sit back and just watch both sides nuke each other and laugh.
Kiss the Cook says, since the Diamondbacks have completed the run for 71, to hold my interest till the playoffs, let's go strive for 75. We're not going to have this conversation, but why not? I'll say why not, but we'll move on. Fish Tank says, that's right, Keon. Show the Bengals hate. Go Dolphins. I guess the Dolphins hate the Bengals.
I guess.
Navy Brad says, I'm writing in voting Randy White for senator. I think we all should. I think Randy should get a bunch of votes for senator. Why not?
Boy, they don't want me in Washington.
I'll write your speeches.
Yes.
Mr. Pringle says Keon is dangerously angry when he's caught being wrong.
You can write my speeches, Jeffrey,
Wow.
and Keon can be my press secretary.
Okay.
Yeah, Keon's going to walk out there. He'll start out nice and then start screaming at people, throwing chairs.
No,
He'll
you're
throw
right.
a podium at
You're
somebody
right.
from
I'll
Christian
say
Science
less.
Monitor.
I'll say less.
She'll chuck an entire just the mental image of Keon picking up the podium and throwing it at the guy from Christian Monitor, Science Monitor, with his notepad. Oh God, that's a fun mental picture for me. Mr. Pringle says, "How about us? I was thinking about the Diamondbacks, the Sun Devils, the Cardinals, the Coyotes, and the Suns. Randy, I need a double shot of Crown, please." What is he talking about? How about
don't
us?
we all?
Yeah, I don't understand that. The Jet says, has anyone checked on Boomer Sooner this week? What a horrific loss they experienced. As a Husker fan, we've grown used to losing, but I'm not sure Boomer Sooner was ready for that one.
Yeah.
No. Was anybody?
That's a good point. I don't know. Did we hear from Boomer Sooner yesterday? It was a quick show. We may have, but yeah, I'm sure he's fine. He's a big boy, Jet. Cowboy Sparky says, make radio great again. Vote Keon. Oh, look, you've got a supporter. You got a supporter.
Well, I appreciate that.
What would you run for if you were going to run for anything, Keon? What would you
run for anything?
Yeah.
I don't know. Something local, so I could just have an impact in the community where I'm at. I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to end up in Washington doing whatever it is politicians do in Washington. I have no idea. Be bought, I guess.
Well, that's what they always say, though, right? They start out that way, and then the next thing. So what, you want to be on the school board?
I mean,
you want to be
school board, that like the things, housing things like that, things that affect people, locally and really can build them up.
I want to be president so I can just with a big pen just do those swipes that piss you off. You know what I mean? Just like, well, we don't need that. And then Keon is like, what the hell, man? I'll be getting phone calls. I knew you'd be calling.
Oh boy. I wasn't born in the country, so the idea of being president, I've never had that in my. When I was a little kid, teachers were like, "You could be anything you want, even president." And I'm like, "Here's the thing, you can't."
Yeah, sorry. Kiss the Cook says, "Boomer Sooner. Here's a cheer for you. OUCH. OUCH." Navy Brad says he'll be security for you, Randy.
Thank you.
Yeah, and well, maybe, Cowboy Sparky says, how about HOA president, Keon? You could run the HOA.
I mean, outside of the fact that I rent and therefore can't.
Well, and if you want to be the most hated person on the planet in a zip code, sure, HOA, why not? Now I know, Keon, you appreciate the lady basketball, and I know you watch some WNBA. Are you keeping track of U.S. women's basketball team as they go forth and whoop some ass in the FIBA?
Yeah, I've been following the scores. I haven't been able to actually watch anything.
It's sort of somebody should have slowed them down because they humiliated South Korea. 145 points they scored on them. 145. That's a lot of points.
Yep.
And I think they had like 60 some odd points at the end. But they beat them. And now here's how bad it is. It's South Korea, even though they're 1-3, can still advance to the quarterfinals if they beat Puerto Rico. But at some point, when your bench is scoring 88 points, which is 19 more than the entire South Korean team, maybe slow the game down. I mean, I get going for the jugular most of the time, but at one moment, it is so badly mismatched. Maybe ease up a bit, right?
Okay, good luck making the players do that. They're just not wired that way. They're going to go ahead and try and take out whoever's in front of them. And unfortunately,
I understand.
Poor undermanned South Korea is standing in the way, and they got walked over. And a lot of teams are going to look that bad.
So basically, the United States is going to bulldoze through the FIBA.
Yeah.
Any team giving these ladies any sort of opposition.
They've won 27 games in a row. No, it's just no.
I mean, they were breaking records left and right out there. 62 field goals made, 36 assists, 94 points in the paint. It was just sad.
Yeah.
I mean, it was great for us, but sad.
It's interesting because the world has gotten better at basketball, but women's basketball in the U.S. has gotten better. So unfortunately for the rest of the world, this is what's going to happen to them.
I just want to know, does Russia have a team in this tournament?
That's a good question.
And if so, I wonder what the U.S. will do against the Russian women.
I would bet that Russians were probably disinvited. That would be my guess.
Then is the unofficial Russian basketball team in this FIBA tournament?
It's a good question. Keon's checking it out. First and 15 says USA was only a 48-point favorite. That's an easy cover. You know what? Yeah, that's just making it. That's not even fair. Box of Screws says Keon said South Korea was undermanned. Well, underwomaned, I think is what he meant, but
that's the figure. We don't change it to womaned. Okay, it's undermanned. Look, that's just the way we use the words.
Who's we?
Society.
You're like one guy over
okay,
there.
but I didn't make it up. Okay, I've read it in books. I've seen it.
So you're supposed to say undermanned, even if it's a female team.
Yeah, until someone decides to say
until
different.
somebody hears somebody say it and they get pissed about it.
Or they just assume, hey, that would be better if it was woman. I don't know.
Is it wrong to say underwoman?
No,
I don't think that's an insult in any way.
It's just not a word.
They were outstaffed.
Well, it's no worse a word than undermanned. Well,
but undermanned is a word.
Hey, Randy, they have no staffs, so of course they're understaffed. Fish Tank says, I'm actually waiting on a sign for my yard that says defund the HOA. Can't decide if this decision is awesome or going to result in putting a target on my back. I'm thinking Target, Fish Tank. Somebody's going to see that and you'll probably get a violation for it. But fight the fight, man. I'd like to see a picture of it. Tron Slater says, I know Cars didn't do well, but hey, I'm just glad we signed Matt Prater to a $230 million extension. He was worth it down the stretch for us yesterday. I don't think we signed him to a $230 million extension. No, I'm pretty sure the kicker does not get a $230 million.
Yeah, I think he's talking about the lunacy in signing Kyler Murray to a $230 million extension.
Though Eli Manning did have a dig the other day at Russell Wilson, and he was like, they should have signed that punter to all that money instead of Russell Wilson. He used $200 million in the.
I was bummed. I forgot that the Manning cast was on again last night and I missed it. And Tracy Morgan was on and I saw some clips and of course he's always unhinged. I missed something good, I think. Mr. Pink Eye says, what about president of ASU? Randy could be baseball manager. Keon could be the football coach. All right, I'll be president of ASU. I can make some seriously cool things happen there if I did. Berg says NFL commissioner Keon. I'd be jealous. I would be jealous. I'd like to do. I'll fight you for it. I want to be NFL commissioner. But as long as Keon stops yelling at everybody, I'll say Keon for NFL.
I don't know. I mean, first off, Dan Snyder needs a good yelling at. That would be my first order of business. Would be to call Daniel Snyder on the phone and rip him to pieces.
But Keon, the
that's a conflict of
Dan
interest.
Snyder.
Yeah. But you know what? Dan Snyder is a topic of conversation coming up. It seems there might be a movement to get him out the door, which makes Keon smile now. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along. which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ziprecruiter.com/free. That's ziprecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Seems like everything is going electric these days. Electric cars, electric trucks. But what you save on gas, you pay for with that electric bill. With all these things being plugged into your house, wouldn't it be nice to save up to 85% on your monthly electric bill? Well, you can do that with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Call Harmon Solar. Harmon Solar is a family-owned, woman-owned local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189. Or go to harmonsolar.com.
Did you know that feeling sluggish or weighed down could be signs that your digestive system isn't working at its best? But taking Metamucil every day can help. Metamucil supports your daily digestive health using a special plant-based fiber called psyllium. Psyllium works by forming a gel in your digestive system to trap and remove the waste that weighs you down. Metamucil's gelling action also helps to promote heart health and slows down sugar absorption to promote healthy blood sugar levels. Start feeling lighter and more energetic by taking Metamucil every day.
Smart businesses are always looking for ways to improve. Better work days can start with Cintas. Your dedicated Cintas service reps help make sure you have what you need when you need it. We'll stock your essential cleaning products, deliver hygienically clean workwear, inspect your fire extinguishers, and provide first aid and safety supplies. Cintas is with you every step of the way, so you stay a step ahead. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
For the latest from the world of golf, tune in every Saturday morning from 6 to 8 for the Golf Shop Radio Show, presented by PlayGolfMyrtleBeach.com, the golf capital of the world. Hosts Mark Greenhelch and Matt Blanchard talk golf from tee to green and everything in between. If you like golf, you're going to love Golf Shop Radio. Before you tee up, drop on in. Welcome to the Golf Shop here on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Don't just do it every day.
Do it several times a day.
Because it feels that good.
Yep, that's what I'm talking about.
Get the latest sports headlines.
The buzz around the league. Listen to podcasts.
Stay up with social media.
Just log on to our website
at 1580thefanatic.com.
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. King Kenton says, I want to be underwoman. That's also a pretty good way of using that phrase, I think. Nicely done. Mr. Pringle wants to know, Keon, do women's basketball team play man-to-man defense?
They do. That is, yeah.
Can't they say woman-to-woman defense?
They could, but again, the woman, the man part is human, not man or woman.
All the rules are, it's hard to keep track of, but I like the idea of creating new fun words. And if underwoman aggravates somebody, then I'll be curious about why. But that's fine. I'll respect it. If somebody says no, we don't use that, I'm like, all right, fine. You know what? I mean, there's far bigger things to worry about and argue about than whether a word is acceptable or not acceptable. But the one thing we all know is what Robert Sarver should have known. There is one word that is never acceptable for a white guy to utter. And the fact that Robert Sarver was arguing, with Earl Watson, it's like, well, if they can use the N-word, why can't I? Well, that tells me one thing. Oh my God, you desperately want to use it, don't you? Don't you? Because if you wouldn't argue the use of a word and whether you could use it or not, unless you were really itching to use it. You know what I mean? That's just not a good thing. And what we're talking about is, I guess all the Phoenix Suns had to, appear on media day. And that's a somber bunch of people right now. These are some people who are just, the words are disgust, The words are disappointment, shock. All these people who have worked in this organization and been sheltered from the Robert Sarver we all learned about. This is not easy for them. It can't be fun for Larry Fitzgerald to have all these chummy pictures with Robert Sarver and later go, oh, damn, I had no idea he was like that. And, they found out separately, you know what I'm saying? And Booker was kind of talking about sort of the same ways that Monty Williams had and Jones had, saying, well, this is not the same guy I know. And it's absolutely possible that is not the same guy they know. I don't disbelieve that they never saw this. A lot of people say, well, if he was like that, you would have known. Not if he's putting on this face for you. He's putting on this face for you because he's a salesman. He's trying to, hey guys, how are you? Hey, welcome to the Suns family. And as soon as the door, I went over to this one kid's house, right? And his mom was, hi, how are you? Hey, say hi to your mom for me. Yes. Oh, absolutely. No problem. And she was always super sweet. One day I met his house and she comes home. I got an earful of the real person because she didn't know I was there. Oh. And that's what this is. Mm-hmm. Robert Sarver reality was never shown to the Phoenix Suns, coaches or players. It's all the behind the scenes people. And, what are they going to do? They're going to sit down next to Keon in the Suns cafeteria. I'm sorry, to Booker and say, hey, did you know how he really is? Nobody's doing that. Nobody's doing that. Right. There is a separation. And so, no, you can't blame the Suns players for not knowing. You can't question, oh, they had to have known. No, they just didn't. They just didn't. And they're all bummed out about this. But knowing that Sarver is selling the team, that is the light that they are looking towards. That is the moment, that is ahead. But they're still living in it. Now, Sarver is suspended. You'll probably never see him again, but it's a weird feeling. It's like, yeah, okay. So now it's not just an allegation. It's a fact. These things happen and everybody has acknowledged it and it was wrong and this and that. Blah, 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 blah. It's a fact. It's not a thought. It's a fact that he did these things, but you still work for him. And he's going to make billions of dollars off of this whole situation. He's going to go forward. You know what I'm saying? It just feels,
no, there's no,
it's got to feel bad for all these guys.
There's no way that it doesn't, if you're a player, you're going to have to be confused because you obviously want to side with the people who have been wronged, but you're trying to have to recalibrate on the fly what you think of Robert Sarver, because obviously he was clearly treating people of one status one way and then people of another status another way. If you were a professional athlete, you were somebody famous, you saw one face. And if you were, working underneath him in the organization, you were more nameless, more faceless, you had another set of rules and another treatment that Robert Sarver would give you. So the Suns players are now having to try and figure out how to navigate even talking about this.
Yeah. And the other part is right now, as a Phoenix Suns player or coach or whatever, everything I do right now is still making him money. Everything that we are doing is still benefiting this guy. And it's like, yes, the end is near. We're going to get somebody good in here. Things are going to change. That's what we should focus on. But I think that's a lot of what the Phoenix Suns coaches and players are kind of like, we're still sort of in this and it feels dirty. It's just is a bad situation. And hopefully they can just sort of shut that out, look towards the future and know that things for the organization moving forward will just be better.
Yeah, and I think that's probably where the NBA did their best job of the timing of this, is when they chose to put out the findings was not too early in the summer where you put it out and then we just sit and wait. But also they didn't do it in the middle of the season where you've got players who are trying to make the playoffs and do other things, and you're now distracted by that. It still kind of sucks, but at least you can get it out of your system now and go into the regular season with more of a clear head.
Hopefully Chris Paul, who went through this before with the Clippers and Donald Sterling, can say, listen, this is our focus. Our focus is us, the team, the fans, and our part of what's going on. the people who work for this organization who had to suffer this, they've been effectively rescued. And then they're going to be even further rescued when the new ownership gets here. So, you just got to put all the nastiness behind you and focus on what you're supposed to do next. But you got to give them a minute. You got to give them a minute, because a lot of people are saying, well, they've known about this as long as we have. Why are they acting like this is a brand new thing? Well, they are so close in this that this is going to take more than just, oh, really? I read this story. Okay, what's next? No, they're living this. So give them a few moments to, I don't know if the word mourn is correct, or just to sort of process this mess.
Well,
You could tell in the interviews, Monty is that man ain't messing around. He has some very clear thoughts and feelings about this that he has to process. And Booker, who was just like, I never saw this man this way. I've known him longer than anybody here. And he's like, I didn't see that. And then they're going to be questioning, should I have noticed this or that? There's a lot of stuff to process.
I think mourn kind of is the right word, because just looking at the press conferences, the thing felt like a funeral. It felt like somebody died.
Well, it's also embarrassment. You should be embarrassed that your organization had been helmed by a misogynistic, racist, it's just crappy human being who is abusing his employees, female or male, for so many years. And you find out about it, you're like, well, how did I not know? The whole thing is just, it's a stain on Phoenix sports. It's a stain on the Phoenix Suns organization. They're heading the right direction, but right now it's a pain you have to experience and feel. You can't just breeze past this. We can say, yes, it's over, but it's not over for them yet. And it's going to be a while. So that's why, you're seeing the faces you're seeing. I don't think you're going to continue to see that face or that mood from these guys. But like I said, give them a damn minute. That's all. All right. So now that happened with Sarver, so we can move on. We don't live in that, but Keon, you kind of live in Dan Snyderville, and Dan Snyder,
unfortunately,
they are saying there is a Washington Post last Friday said there is some of these owners in the NFL just about ready to actually pull the trigger and move him on out of the NFL and vote him. 24 votes is what's needed. And they are saying there's a growing consensus within some ownership circles that getting rid of this guy could be the right move. And, whether or not they would actually do it, that's the big question.
I hope they do. I hope they make the move. It's long overdue. If you want to talk about what that guy has done inside of his organization, well, it's just as bad, if not worse, as anything Robert Sarver was accused of doing.
Yeah.
If you want to talk about what Daniel Snyder has done outside of his organization and how he made of his money in telecommunications, ripping people off, well, there's something to be said there too. The fact that he hasn't put out a winning product on the field in damn near 20 years. There's something you could talk about on that angle too. There is no angle where you can't make the argument that the NFL isn't a better place for not having Dan Snyder. And if you're making that argument, why the hell is he still here?
Yeah. But here's the thing. How do you compel 24 team owners to do this, to do the right thing, to move him along? And like you said, they haven't yet. So I think what it is they're kind of watching what's happening with the Suns, and they've watched what happens, in some of these other sports where some similar situations have taken place. And they're like, can we do that, but also not endanger ourselves? Well, yeah, you can. If you're not a racist, misogynistic douchebag, you absolutely are not endangering yourself by ousting somebody who is that.
Especially somebody who has been kind of clearly that for about a couple of decades. It's not going to blow back on you the same way.
So the people who are not compelled to vote in that direction, you got to wonder, don't you? You got to wonder what's going on behind those
for
scenes.
sure. Yeah. And I think, Jerry Jones is definitely one of the guys that's not inclined to vote that way, because Dan and Jerry are boys. So there's going to be a couple of those where it's like, why are you such close friends with Dan Snyder, knowing everything about him? I have questions.
Well, it'll be interesting to see, but at least there is some glimmer of hope that the likes of Dan Snyder could be a thing of the past. I like to have all these sorts of thought processes and personalities running stuff in sports be a thing of the past, but it takes a minute. 888-368-1580. That is the phone number. When we come back, we've got a few more non-football things that we are going to discuss. But after that, we got a schlode, a metric schlode. Is that the royal measurement? But whatever the case, NFL when we come back. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
NASCAR Championship weekend is back at Phoenix Raceway. Drivers will put it all on the line to claim NASCAR greatness. The Truck Series Championship kicked things off Friday night under the lights.
We're going to tear it up tonight.
Followed by an action-packed Saturday, where fans will witness an ARCA and Xfinity Series Championship doubleheader.
Yes.
Don't miss out on the action November 4th and 5th. Get your tickets now for NASCAR Championship weekend at PhoenixRaceway.com or call 866-408-RACE.
There's no doubt that Harman Solar can save you up to 85% on your monthly electric bill. That's a fact. Bruce Jacobs here. But did you know it's possible to get solar for $0 down and no payments for 12 months? You can lease, finance, or even purchase outright. They have plans that fit everybody. Harman Solar is a family-owned, woman-owned local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harman Solar at 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189, or go to harmansolar.com.
Did you know that feeling sluggish or weighed down could be signs that your digestive system isn't working at its best? But taking Metamucil every day can help. Metamucil supports your daily digestive health using a special plant-based fiber called psyllium. Psyllium works by forming a gel in your digestive system to trap and remove the waste that weighs you down. Metamucil's gelling action also helps to promote heart health and slows down sugar absorption to promote healthy blood sugar levels. Start feeling lighter and more energetic by taking Metamucil every day.
Smart businesses are always looking for ways to improve. Better work days can start with Cintas. Your dedicated Cintas service reps help make sure you have what you need when you need it. We'll stock your essential cleaning products, deliver hygienically clean workwear, inspect your fire extinguishers, and provide first aid and safety supplies. Cintas is with you every step of the way, so you stay a step ahead. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready.
And get ready for the workday.
Everybody, it's Mark Asher back to tell you about my great friends over at the Lund Mortgage Team. For years, I've been telling you about refinancing, new home loans, all the great stuff that the Lund Mortgage Team can help you with from start to finish. Now, things have gotten a little crazy, right? The rates were bouncing all over the place. Now they're officially higher than they've been in a long time. And now more than ever, I think it's important to have a mortgage professional that has been there, done that. Any Yahoo can sell you a mortgage when it's 2.75%. Those people are going away. The real professionals are the ones that are staying in business and helping their clients through this kind of tough time out there as far as mortgage rates are concerned. Those people are the Lund Mortgage Team. Matt Oliver, Lisa Lund, they've owned this team for a long time, over 2 decades in the Valley. They are the best in the business, and they will walk you through the process, whether it's refinancing now or probably more importantly, a new home loan. Let them do all the heavy lifting for you. Call today, 623-875-9940. That's 623-875-9940. Or online, lundmortgage.com.
KQFN-10P. Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K240U Mountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
All right, people, settle down.
Because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 4 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Keon Rose in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, broadcasting live in the Harman Solar Studios in Scottsdale. And we missed a few things yesterday. Well, the good news is, what's his name? Yankee Boy. He has not... he's not gotten the record yet, right?
He
that
stalled
didn't happen.
at 60.
Thank God. Oh, I hope that. How many more games are left? Like 10 or 11 or something like that?
Something like that.
Good God, I hope he just does not get it. Nothing personal towards him. I just don't want the Yankees to have nice things. So another, I guess, record has been set. Albert Pujols of the St. Louis Cardinals. He is now the fourth player in Major League Baseball history to hit 700 home runs.
Well, he's the third player. I don't recognize one of them.
Okay, you're correct.
That's
yes.
fair. That's fair.
Yeah. Barry Bonds, the all-time leader, was 762 steroid-infused homers. Hank Aaron, he's second with, he's first. He has 755. Babe Ruth would be second place with 714. And A-Rod is now behind Pujols with 696.
Yeah, it's another
You're right, Randy.
That's another stain on the baseball docket. Let's just go ahead and keep moving him down the line there.
Yep.
But
thanks for reminding me.
I hope there's nothing that comes out post baseball on Albert Pujols. I don't think there will be. I think the guy's a genuine ball player. It's too bad he's not going to go past this season. But what a great accomplishment. I'm sure he will be a wonderful fixture in Cooperstown when they induct him. Probably first ballot, I would imagine.
Somebody will steroid free in the future transcend 762, and then we won't even have to think about Barry Bonds steroids or not.
I would love to think that, but the current trend with all the snowflakes and all these people out here that they don't care about tradition, they have no loyalty to the game itself. They just want to see a big hunk of meat get out there and just start hitting balls and throwing bats all over the place and dancing around like an idiot on the bases instead of treating the great game with the grace it deserves. They're probably gonna go, we'll let a certain level of steroids go, and then it's all bets are off from there. Unfortunately, that's what I know. It sounds really negative and bad, but I mean, come on, the tide is rising. Of people that are calling for just knock it off and just let it happen. I think it's dangerous. I think it's dangerous to the players. I think it's a bad look for baseball to allow it. But you just keep seeing this kind of talk come up and come up and come up, so that way Barry Bonds can finally be vindicated. Oh, give me a break.
Pujols was never really what you would say like a superstar name. He's a name that was familiar, and he was just a workman. He did his thing.
Yeah, but I mean, late '80s, early '90s, mid '90s, he was a superstar in this game. Yeah.
Well, no, Pujols started in 2001 though. Yeah, he started with the Cardinals.
What am I saying? '80s, and I'm thinking Barry Bonds. Hello.
Yeah, I was talking about Pujols. He played 11 seasons with the Cardinals.
Yeah, the 2000s when he was with the Cardinals, he was again. They call him the machine, and then because he was just a hitting machine with the Cardinals, and then they eventually started to slow down, and they unloaded him with the Anaheim Angels, who thought maybe they could make him into a designated hitter. He had some show up and work kind of years there, and started to decline there. The Anaheim Angels let him go. Of course, he ended up with the Dodgers. And then he ended up back on the St. Louis Cardinals for his final season, and that's why he wanted to end his career. So good for him.
No, because he's not like a big name. Not really. I can't imagine his 700th home run ball would be worth too much money. Right?
Oh yeah.
Well, when you're one of four human beings, three if you don't count the guy that steroided his way there.
Right.
I imagine that's going to still be worth a lot. There's only three human beings in the history of baseball that have ever gotten to 700.
It's not a name that you immediately, pop in your head like, wow, I want to have a signature from that guy. But here's the thing, I don't know what happened to the ball when he hit it. I don't know if he got it back or what, but you know how Aaron Judge has been chasing the Maris's record. And I guess what happened the other day, I guess this 20-year-old Yankee fan caught the ball and then just gave it back to him. Just said, yeah, absolutely. You can have it back. And then he ended up getting some cool stuff like an autographed bat. But here's the thing. He could have sold that ball for like $100,000. That's what Sotheby's is saying. He probably would have gotten $100,000 or more if he kept the ball and just sold it. I think it was cool that he gave it back to him.
Yeah, I do too.
So here's the question. Which one of these people would you be? The guy who holds on and says, well, let's have a conversation. Or would you just give it back?
I would probably ask for something in return.
I don't think he even asked for anything. I think they just came down and says, man, that was really cool of you. Here's the autograph back.
I mean, I would give him the ball back either way, but I think I would ask for something, a bat or another signed ball or something. I think for me, it'd be wrong for me to rob the game and the player of a historical piece. And I couldn't see myself hanging on to it for greediness to sell it myself. I did nothing to gain this ball other than be a lucky person,
Sure.
in the outfield to catch it. So
100,000, 100,000, Keon.
Yeah, it is, but I just think that moment I think means a little bit more to me. I would give the ball back, and like Randy said, like ask for tickets or something. But I'm not holding it hostage for $100,000.
That is very nice of both of you, and I would do the same thing for my player. You see where I'm going with this?
He's a
If
Yankees.
it was an Arizona Diamondback, here you go, buddy. That man, it was so cool. Oh, thanks for the bat. I appreciate that. I was part of the moment, and that bat now has a story. This is the bat he used to hit that ball. I got the signed bat. Here we go. I go Diamondbacks. I don't care if you are a Colorado Rocky. I don't care if you are a Miami Marlin. I don't care if you're any other team than the Diamondbacks. I'm holding on the ball saying, let me look at my options. Then I'm talking to Sotheby's about that ball. I'm not going to be cool to Aaron Judge. And I don't care about Albert Pujols. You know what I'm saying? Might be a great guy. Got nothing against him, but he's not a Diamondback, is he? So that's the way to do it.
There are teams. Okay, I don't like the Phillies and I don't like the Mets. That's not exactly a secret. You'll never
charge them double then.
You may never get the ball back. Just out of spite.
Yeah, you were like,
I'll die first.
On camera, you take the ball and you put it down the front of your pants. And you're like, what ball? There's no ball.
There's no ball here.
Yeah.
Or even worse, put it down the back of your pants. And then just rub your butt on the seat like this. What ball? You want this ball? Is this the ball you want?
Yeah, if you're a Met, you're never getting the ball back. I don't care how much money I'm losing.
There's a video of Keon dropping it into a those tree trimmer.
Wow.
So yeah,
there was a story similar to this, Jeffrey. Before you go, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but Mark McGwire had hit a milestone home run, and he went to give the ball back to Mark McGwire, but he requested a signed bat, a signed jersey, and he wanted
the 90s. Okay.
and he wanted a picture with Mark McGwire. McGwire he declined, and so the guy hung on to it, like you said, and ended up getting $3 million for the ball.
Wow. Oh. Wait, even after everybody knew it was steroid infused?
Yep. $3 million.
Boy, there are some dumb rich people on this
planet.
planet.
I know people knew it was steroid infused, but that steroid infused summer, him going back with Sammy Sosa saved baseball. So
it did.
It's just
it's just sad that it took that.
Yeah.
Well, I just thought how stupid of Mark McGwire not to come out of the locker room and meet the guy.
It's like seeing Mike Trout come out of a hotel and these two little kids are there. Can you sign this? He's like,
I
no.
saw that. He just
jumps in the
right
car.
by him. Oh my God, I saw that.
In his defense, he might have been in a horrible hurry. You say, I'm sorry, I got in such a hurry. I'll get you next time. But it was a bad look.
He could have at least given him a high five. I can't sign it, but here's a high five, guys.
Pop. Gotta go. Boogie says, sell the ball. They make tens and hundreds of millions of dollars. They could buy it at the auction if they want it. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Boogie. And again, Diamondbacks, Luis Gonzalez, or any of these other guys at any time. Here you go, buddy. And in your head, you're like, oh, I hope. It's kind of like when you find somebody's wallet and you give it back to them in your head, you're going, oh, I hope they give me an award. I hope there's a reward. Yeah. And if they don't, you're like, well, that tightwad son of a bitch. But I still did the right thing. I will do the right thing for my players. The rest, I hope you have a checkbook.
I am kind of in the same train of thought as Randy. Where
you want to Venmo me? Venmo works too.
Well, sure. I just if I didn't work for it, they're being paid millions of dollars. They worked for that money, by the way. They busted their asses. They had summers where they didn't play with their friends because they were sitting in the backyard swinging. Yeah. And so here, all of that led to that home run. Yeah. I'm giving you the ball back. I didn't do any of that.
Here's my number one dad baseball that the kids gave me a while back. Right?
Oh, that's cool.
This is my pretend ball. Here's how it works. I'm gonna have the ball like this, and then my phone. I'm like, no. As soon as the Venmo says the money's gone through, no. Wait.
Oh, wow.
Bling. Here you go. You ever seen such a brown ball? Did they ever play with balls that were like this, Randy?
No.
The chocolate. It looks like chocolate. I want to eat
No.
it.
It does look like chocolate.
I can't. I can't. I can't imagine. It's just.
It smells like that's leather. That's baseball leather. I wish it was chocolate. You know, the reason it makes me want one of those ding dongs. Or
here's an official Florida State League official ball right here, and it's autographed. I don't know if you can see the autograph on there. It's autographed.
By who?
Can you read that autograph right there?
It's smudgy.
Yeah, that autograph right there. That's my autograph. I signed. It's my ball.
Oh. All right. So Keon, Randy, and I have our balls in our hand. What about yours? You have your ball?
Well, because I'm not home, I don't have mine, but I had the ball that I threw out the first pitch at a Chattanooga Lookouts game, and so I have.
Is that how they got their name? Keon threw out the first pitch. Look
out! they predate me by a lot. So fortunately, no. Actually, it was a respectable first pitch. I didn't throw heat, but it went right to the glove, and that's all I needed to happen.
Randy, I think we should put these down because it's weird that we have our balls in our hands and Keon doesn't have anything. So it's
I got a lot of like little collector balls. The Diamondbacks, the original teal and purple.
Yeah. We have our balls in our hands. We should not. Let's put them down. Let's just get back to the show here.
Yeah, World Championship ball right here. It's never been open right there.
Oh, wow. That's
the World Series Championship ball right there.
Yeah, this is probably not show and tell time.
It's got the sticker on the back there. It's official. If you want to buy it, I'll sell $100,000.
I don't think so. I'm going to pass. Boogie says, would it be in poor taste to write your Venmo username on the ball when you return it?
Got another one. Got another one right here.
Would it be
American flag?
Yeah, that's what I do. Like, here's the deal. I'm going to give you your ball back, but I'm signing it first. Here you go, buddy. Here you go, buddy.
It would be a little important.
See, now this is a good one here. This is the Schilling Johnson. It's its original packaging right there. It's never been.
Randy
opened.
has got tons of balls
right there. I got some big
show
balls.
us his balls probably for.
I got some nice
10
balls.
minutes now. I think you should put your balls away, Randy. We need to get back to the show.
I want to show you the rest of my balls.
All right. Well, maybe another time.
I want to show my balls, Jeffrey.
You showed your balls. I showed my ball. So
sorry.
Yeah, kind
Squirrel.
of a Lance Armstrong moment. King of Kitten says Judge is the first at bat tonight. He'll line drive out to third with any luck. Yeah.
I kind of like to see him do it, man. I'd kind of like to see him do it. It's Aaron Judge. I think this is great for the game. A lot of people are following what's going on with this. I think the Pujols race for 700, it has been great for the game as well. I listen, people are watching and people are partaking of it.
Hey, watch this. Me clapping for Pujols. Here's me not clapping for a Yankee. Hey, don't you put that in there. No, that's fake.
That's voracious.
That's several rounds of applause from one guy.
Yeah, I am not several people, and I am not clapping for a damn Yankee. How dare you? I thought you were my friend.
All 8 of your arms were going there. That's great.
Yeah, all both of my fingers are going right now too. Don't ever do that to me again. So this is one of these things when you hear him say it, or if you read the sentence, you just shake your head. And this is what it came down to, where Kyrie Irving says, yeah, I gave up $100 million to be unvaccinated. And like, this is something you're going to be proud of. You know what? You can put anything you want in my arm right here or right here for $100 million. Absolutely. Oh, what's that? There's a chance it might save my life. Okay. But he's saying I gave up 4 years, $100 and something million to be unvaccinated. And that was the decision. Like, you realize that nobody's like, well done, Kyrie. Nobody's doing that.
No,
nobody's
doing this here.
Nobody's doing that.
No, but nobody has to, because Kyrie Irving, in his mind,
is
the smartest person on earth. There's nobody smarter than Kyrie Irving. But we ought to be questioning our assumptions about the shape of the earth. Anything, honestly. Kyrie is levitating so far above us right now. We can't even dream of what ideas pass through his mind.
Yeah, I mean, we know what you did. We thought you were silly for doing it. And listen, I get it. There's some people who couldn't get the vaccine, some people who weren't sure what it would do in certain health aspects. But he was just being belligerent and had no real intellectual reason other than what Keon just said, that in his mind space on the edge of the earth, as he was looking over, he thought, No, I'm going to pass.
Well,
I think I'm going to pass.
I don't know in not getting it. I don't remember him being belligerent about not getting it, just saying that he chose not to get it because he doesn't want to inject it into his body. And I respect that. However, coming out, I mean, why do you got to talk about it right now? Why do you got what good were you asked why you didn't get the vaccine? Because all you had to go from, instead of saying, I gave up, look at me, I'm such a great guy. I gave up $100 million and 4-year extension by not getting it. And I've sacrificed. So give me a break, bro. Give me a break. You don't have to say that.
It's
all you have to say is, I made a choice not to get it. Moving on. Next question.
Oh, he wants us to go and say, let me touch the hem of your T-shirt.
Oh, please.
Thank you so
much. Look how persecuted Kyrie Irving is. It's the same thing that when I read that Robert Sarver press release, just you want people to feel bad for you for decisions you make.
What Kyrie wants is not for you to feel bad. What Kyrie wants is you to take the crucifix off your necklace and put a flat earth on your necklace. Because come on, Kyrie, come on down off the cross. We need the wood, pal. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. Now that right there, that should be the dumbest or stupidest thing you've heard. But this actually wins. Randy, do you have that audio that I asked you for earlier?
I do have that audio as a matter of ipsy facto.
So, Greg Popovich, everybody's getting ready for the preseason of basketball. So everybody's having their media days. And somebody put a microphone in front of Grandpa Popovich's mouth. And now I think they realize, maybe last season would have been a goodbye season. Maybe not this season. Because they asked him, hey, how do you like your chances this year, huh? And this is what he had to say.
I probably shouldn't say this, but I'll say it anyway. Nobody here should go to Vegas with the thought of betting on us to win the championship. And I know somebody will say, gosh, what a Debbie Downer. There's a chance. What if they work really hard? It's probably not going to happen.
Wow. That's the worst thing you've ever heard a coach say about his team. These untalented hacks? No way.
There was more there too, because he added on to that what and you can kind of tell he's nearly done because he was talking about just building those guys up for the next coach that coached after him, and hopefully then they would be more prepared to win a championship at that point.
Utter these words out of your mouth, you should no longer be the coach. I know part of it might have been tongue in cheek, but it's also obvious and serious that these guys, this team, they ain't got it. They don't got a star. They don't have a, what I'm saying? It's time for Popovich to go.
Greg Popovich is also a great coach in that he knows how to motivate his players.
This is not motivation.
I'll bet some of this is motivation because these guys are going to be, their egos are going to be squashed and they're going to come out. Oh, really? He's probably going to get a lot more performance out of these guys because of what he said than what they would have originally given.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think hearing that is not going to be motivation. It's going to be crushing. And, it's kind of like there have been certain personnel who have come and gone at a radio station and they were like, wow, you're awfully nice to them. I'm like, yeah, because I need them to sell. I need them to perform. I don't like them as a person, but I need them to do what is necessary to help what we're doing. Popovich, you need those kids to believe they can, so they do, and they learn, and they will. When you start saying stuff like this, they look around and they're like, oh crap, we're all the bench, aren't we? We're all the bench.
Yeah, I just Greg Popovich doesn't strike me as the kind of guy who goes in front of the media and says stuff like this and nobody saw it coming. Like those players definitely know where Greg Popovich thinks they are in terms of their ability to win a championship, because he's not a BS guy. He's not going to stand there and lie to you and go, yeah, guys, if we practice real hard, Trey Vassell and Trey Jones and all of these guys, like, yeah, we're going to go and win a title. Like, no, we know where we are. Jakob
Poeltl.
Even
5 years ago, he would not have said this about the same team. He is just done. And he doesn't care anymore. And if you don't care anymore and you're looking at what you got, it's going to be a crap season for that team.
I think he doesn't care what people think. But when he talked about coaching those young guys and setting them up for long-term success and setting them up so that the next coach could have long-term success, that sounded like he cared to me.
we'll see how the season goes.
Well, it's
gonna be bad.
by his own word, not well.
Yeah.
But
And
are those guys better at the end of the season than they are at the beginning? Because that seems to be the goal.
I can say what I want because I'm number one dad. See that right there on my balls. All right, going to take a break, and we come back. I'm just looking around. Nope, that's it. Nothing but football from here out. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Arizonans are facing big challenges these days. Rising costs at the grocery store, the gas pump, and the pharmacy. That's why Mark Kelly is doing whatever it takes in Washington to bring down costs, even when it means standing up to his own party. The son of two police officers, Mark grew up in a house where money was tight. He knows what it means for Arizonans when everyday items cost more. Thanks to Mark Kelly's work, Medicare will finally negotiate down prescription drug prices. Less money spent at the pharmacy means more money stays in your pocket. Mark is leading the effort to cut red tape for truckers and ease supply chain issues. And he's pushing for more domestic oil production to bring down gas prices. Because Mark knows that for a lot of people, every little bit counts right now. Senator Mark Kelly, looking out for Arizona, fighting for us.
I'm Mark Kelly, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Mark Kelly for Senate.
Love and Light Wellness Spa. How can I help you today?
Hi there. I'd like to make an appointment for next week.
Excellent. Does Tuesday 9 a.m. work?
Ooh, mornings are when I go to Taco Bell to get my bacon breakfast quesadilla.
Okay.
Yeah, I really don't like missing out on those fluffy eggs and crispy bacon covered in melty cheeses.
Oh, I understand. Let's see what I have in the afternoon.
Namaste.
Try the bacon breakfast quesadilla, only at Taco Bell. Limited participating U.S. Taco Bell locations near you during breakfast hours only, 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. Contact local store for hours of participation, which vary.
Smart businesses are always looking for ways to improve. Better work days can start with Cintas. Your dedicated Cintas service reps help make sure you have what you need when you need it. We'll stock your essential cleaning products, deliver hygienically clean workwear, inspect your fire extinguishers, and provide first aid and safety supplies. Cintas is with you every step of the way, so you stay a step ahead. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
The NASCAR season will come to an end in Phoenix, but the championship weekend will last forever.
The greatest are the ones that seize the moment.
4 championship races in 3 days, all set against the stunning backdrop of the desert mountains. Night racing, a doubleheader, and a Cup Series champion crowned on Sunday. It's a weekend you'll wish would never end. The NASCAR Championship Weekend at Phoenix Raceway, November 4th through the 6th. Get your tickets now at phoenixraceway.com.
It's college football time. The Big Ten, the SEC, the ACC, the Pac-12, the Big 12, the biggest conferences. Now the side of the 20, the 10, the 5, touchdown. The big matchups, the fight for national rankings, the bitter rivalries. We have the biggest games. Get your college game on. Your home for football. 1580 and 99.3. The Fanatic.
Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatics. Now we can finally talk about it. Last night, Monday Night Football, Cooper Rush gave old Jerry Jones a stiffy, and of course the Cowboys the win over the Giants. You all knew the Giants winning was a mirage. We all knew that. And guess what? So is Cooper Rush playing well for the Cowboys. The whole thing is just a big dumb mirage. None of it matters. Jerry Jones is all like, "Woo, yeah, Cooper Rush has the makeup of a top quarterback." Yeah, maybe if he's got a little bag from Sephora, he does. But outside of that, no, he doesn't. Stop it, Jerry. Nobody is convinced. You're not convinced. Why are you doing this? Why is Jerry Jones talking this? There's no way he really believes that, right?
Of course he believes it. He's Jerry. He's Jerry.
He ain't a stupid man. He's crazy, but he ain't stupid.
Well, I mean, he's not stupid, but I mean, clearly, I mean, if you want to talk about a guy who is done, Jerry Jones has been saying insane things about this team for the last handful of years. And
Get your damn act together.
I don't get it. I mean, he should get his damn act together. It's insane.
Whee! I think his progress nothing short of amazing. Woo! I can't believe it. He's so good. I just want to touch him around and kiss myself. Wow! Come on, man. No, Jerry. No.
Turn around and kiss myself.
I feel like Cooper Rush is Jerry Jones is like, we could trade him. I could get some money for him. Let's sell him. Look, can I do that? No, I can't do it. All right, fine.
Well,
let's trade him.
I don't think he wants to get rid of Cooper Rush. I think he wants to feel like Cooper Rush to feel like he's got his support. And I think Jerry's also a master marketer, and he's always trying to do something, whether it's positive or negative, to keep the Cowboys' name in media's mouth. I mean, every chance that he gets, he's going to do something to keep the Cowboys in front of the fans. Because guess what the fans do? The fans believe what the media says. They go out, they buy the jerseys, they go to the games. They're still America's team. It's still America's team.
Nobody's buying a Cooper Rush jersey, Randy.
I'm just telling you.
You don't have to. If you feel
his
optimistic,
mom, and that's it.
His mom is another $200 that Jerry didn't have before.
And look, if you feel optimistic about the team, you might not buy a Cooper Rush jersey, but you might buy a Zeke Elliott jersey. You might buy a Michael Parsons jersey. All you have to do is feel good about the team.
Last night, you'd be more inclined to get a Tony Pollard jersey.
Absolutely.
But Zeke Elliott, not looking Zeke Elliott-ish.
He hasn't
lately,
looked it for like the last couple of years.
Yeah, you're right.
Just whatever injury he had when he came back, he was not the explosive guy he was before.
So, all right, that game, huh?
It was a game. They played it. It happened. It sure happened.
It was fun for me to watch it all. Is that I had Saquon Barkley, who did not have really a great output in fantasy football numbers. He got done what I needed him to get done, but even for that, it was not kind of what you thought he'd get. Now, here's what we've learned: Dallas has a defense, and that's pretty much it. When Dak comes back, they'll have a quarterback, but then outside of CeeDee Lamb, anybody else worth throwing at is injured right now. So I don't know that having Dak back is going to be a real great boost for them. So really what they ought to do is just let Cooper Rush keep playing and give Dak Prescott even more time to heal. I don't know. I mean, you've won a bunch of easy games like you should. If you let Cooper Rush lose, who are they playing next, by the way? I don't know who they're playing next, but maybe let the next loss happen and give yourself better chance going forward in the season with a healthy Dak Prescott for as long as that lasts.
Well, yeah, but what's happened is Jerry has gone out there in front of the media and says he'd like to have a quarterback controversy in Dallas, and Cooper Rush has been performing. I mean, he's been performing probably above average. I mean, he did put that ball right in CeeDee Lamb's hands, and he just completely whiffed on that one. And he put it in his hands again, and he completely whiffed on that. And that tight end, he put it right in the tight end's hands, and he completely whiffed on him. So their receiving core absolutely reeks. But
same thing for the Giants. Daniel Jones put the ball into the hands of a couple of guys who should have caught theirs as well. It's just that kind of night.
And I agree with you. But the bottom line is, because Jerry's gone on the radio and the television and said we got us a quarterback controversy brewing in Dallas. Now you got Dak Prescott who's getting the stitches pulled out. He's starting to throw the ball around. He's going to be practicing this week. He's going to be pushing because Dak Prescott's ego is not going to let him sit there and try to get 110. Oh, I guarantee
Dak has started talking about how he thinks he's ahead of schedule.
I am sure he wants to come back as fast as he can because he's a competitor and but I don't think he's got the kind of ego where he's really sitting there looking at Cooper Rush or hearing what Jerry Jones is saying and buying any of it. Come on.
It's not that he thinks that there's a chance he's going to lose his job. I don't think Dak even thinks about that. But I do think the fact that Jerry's not talking about him anymore, I think that does get to him a little.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't get that sense that is the kind of person that Dak Prescott is. You might be right. Maybe he is, but
also they play Washington next, but they get the Rams in LA after that, and then they get the Eagles in Philly.
All right. Well, you know what? I would let Cooper Rush win over the Commanders and lose to the Rams. And then you start thinking about where are we at with Dak Prescott. But if you rush him back, it's dumb.
That's the thing. It's
not
like
helping anybody.
Every win that Cooper Rush gives you should see as a win that he bought you more time for Dak to recover.
Exactly.
You know, if he splits the games that Dak is gone, that's a win for you in the NFC East. But that's not how Jerry sees it.
You got to let him lose a game. You got to let him get to that. Sterling Shepard out for the season. It is official, torn ACL. And if you see the video of it, he's just run along, minding his own business. Boom, he's on the turf. And I'm like, what the hell was that? And then I remember, oh, yeah, turf. It's artificial turf up in there. And Odell Beckham Jr., he's like, he's like, why can't we all just play on grass? Why can't we just do that? And that's a fair question. They're in New Jersey. I'm pretty sure grass can grow. So why
and you play inside?
Yeah, and then you can move. You can do the same thing the Cardinals did and move the tray in and out. I mean, I think that would be worth some wins.
In Giant Stadium? No, Giant Stadium there in New Jersey is an open stadium.
That's right,
dudes.
Well, then all the more reason you should be playing on
but
grass.
I'll tell you why.
I want the tray anyway.
I'll tell you why. It's very simple. The owners don't want to spend the money for the upkeep and maintenance of turf,
which is insane. You share a stadium with another team.
You're going to get losses.
Split the cost.
It's going to cost the owners money, and they are all about not spending money unless they absolutely have to.
I get that, but it's one thing if you're the Browns and you have your stadium and you have to pay for the upkeep of the whole thing. You are sharing a football stadium with an entire other football operation. How on earth are you not capable of growing grass?
because both teams have greedy bastard ownership. That's why.
There you go.
Stockton Slap. This is a good line. OBJ, can't we all just get a lawn? That's good. That was funny.
Yeah. All right. We'll take that one.
Fighting Wampa says, I think Cooper Rush is one of Jerry Jones' love children, and maybe that's why he's so hyped about him. Bring Back Nitschke says, Jerry Jones just said, head to Vegas. Cooper and Cowboys are winning the 2023 NBA Finals. There, sounds like Jerry. Boomer Sooner says, Zeke got paid, so he's done. I'll remind you later when he gets a real silly injury. It's a good point. Once people get paid, they play differently, don't they?
But that's
looking at you, Kyler Murray. Looking at you, Kyler.
Zeke didn't stop playing when he got paid. He got hurt, and he just hasn't been explosive. Which we've seen teams do that with running backs. They move to pay the running back too early. The running back gets some kind of injury. Todd Gurley and the Rams, that happened with them too. Really good player, but then you pay him if he gets hurt, especially running backs in a specific kind of way. They lose some of that athleticism, they lose some of that explosiveness, and you just have to move on, except they're stuck with Zeke because they paid him so much.
Yeah, but Zeke also had some off-field issues too. And then he came back a robust, overweight running back. Remember that? He was a big giant blimp coming out there. Oh, it looked like a defensive lineman rather than a svelte running back. I mean, he was like guy from the Ghostbusters, that was kind of floating over the stadium that they had to shoot with the plasma gun. I mean, that was Zeke,
Marshmallow Man.
Yeah,
exactly.
There you go.
So, all right, let's talk about some injuries. Top Ramen St. Brown, they're saying long-term problem. That is good news for people who have Top Ramen St. Brown in their fantasy football. I guess the tests they had say it's not as severe as they might have been worried about. So, who knows? He probably might even be in practice this week, but probably will miss the next week. So if you got Top Ramen St. Brown, keep a very close eye on that. I would almost guarantee you he won't play, but I don't know. A lot of times these guys, right? They just rush themselves back in.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes they put up performances that go, okay, I didn't think you could do that injured, but all right.
Julio Jones has a partially torn PCL in his knee, and I don't know what a PCL is. What does that do? Is that something you can play through, or is that something that how does that work? Is he I guess he didn't try to run during the pregame warmups the other day, and I don't know what they're saying. Partially torn PCL. That could be more significant than they thought, and that could mean a whole lot more time. I don't know how long a torn PCL takes to heal from. And they haven't said he's out for the season.
Yeah, I'm looking up how long it takes, but whether or not you can actually play with it depends on how it's sprained or torn, and whether or not you're capable of building up the muscles around it to where you can basically compensate for not having it be 100%.
Yeah, well, I'm starting to wonder about this whole Buccaneers team. They brought Cole Beasley in. How did he do, by the way? Anything? I don't think he did anything. They're a little thin at the wide receiver position there, and that's cool because I got Leonard Fournette, and if that means more yards for him, hooray! But that's not the way Tom Brady plays. That's not the way he likes to play. And I just feel like there's going to be some bruises on the back of Scotty Miller's back from just balls being zinged at him, whether he's ready or not. You know what I mean? I don't know. Why is it that Tom Brady can't make great receivers out of mediocre the way, say, Aaron Rodgers can? What is the difference in the way the two of them are? Because, Aaron Rodgers seems like less of a locker room guy than Tom Brady. I think it's just Tom Brady expects perfection. If you don't give it to him immediately, he gives up on you, and that causes that rift. Aaron Rodgers, he gets pissy and blames everybody but himself for problems, but he does move the ball around and continues to give people chances to step up.
And also the mobility with Aaron Rodgers, because he's able to buy time. That means the play can break down, and on some of those broken plays, that's where the Packers can really make life miserable for teams if they're not able to, bottle up Aaron Rodgers in the pocket and keep him from extending plays with his legs and doing all of that stuff, as well as the PCL thing here. If you got a grade 1 PCL, takes about 10 days to 2 weeks to recover from that.
Right.
A grade 2 sprain could be anywhere from 2 weeks to 4 weeks.
Well, the way they've been acting is probably the latter. They're saying it's more severe than they had imagined. On Julio Jones. Good news for Michael Thomas and Jarvis Landry. The injuries that they have, aren't too serious, so should be okay. Action Jackson on the text line says, can we talk about how Lamar Jackson is tearing up the NFL? Yes, we absolutely can, and we will when we come back. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Smart businesses are always looking for ways to improve. Better work days can start with Cintas. Your dedicated Cintas service reps help make sure you have what you need when you need it. We'll stock your essential cleaning products, deliver hygienically clean workwear, inspect your fire extinguishers, and provide first aid and safety supplies. Cintas is with you every step of the way, so you stay a step ahead. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Sun Devil football returns home to take on the Washington Huskies Saturday, October 8th in the annual Hall of Fame game. The Sun Devils will debut their special Rising Devils Adidas uniforms, and at halftime, ASU will honor the newest inductees into the Sun Devil Athletics Hall of Fame, including 7-time Pro Bowler and 2-time Super Bowl champion Terrell Suggs. Get your tickets today by calling 480-727-0000 or go online to sundeviltickets.com.
What's the room again?
1240 down at the end.
Ooh, what's that? Sammy, don't touch that. That's someone's old food.
Here we are. Do you have the key?
You have both of ours.
Oh, right. Not working.
Rub it.
Come on.
Try flipping it over.
Seriously. Why can't we go inside? I'm tired.
Give me yours.
You have mine.
All right.
What?
Please, if you
Dad,
could just...
why aren't you opening the door?
Can everyone just shut the...
Don't go there. Go on a real vacation. Go RVing. Learn more at GoRVing.com.
Hey guys, it's Stephen McCollum from the main event here on 1580 The Fanatic. Suns Camp is underway and we'll keep you updated. We turn our attention to the week of college football. Arizona against Colorado and ASU at USC. NFL Week 4, Cardinals practice, and we look around the NFL. Major League Baseball is wrapping up its regular season, so join me, Stephen McCollum, on the main event, Monday through Friday, noon to 2 p.m. here on 1580, 99.3 FM, The Fanatic.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-279-0433 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-279-0433. That's 800-279-0433. What do you have to lose? Call 800-279-0433. Again, 800-279-0433.
So, what's your favorite thing about sports? The excitement, the action, or the 5-meat pizza and the 6-pack?
Bingo.
That's what we thought. 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, and always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
Welcome back to the Tuesday edition of the Daily Blender on 1580, 99.3 The Fanatic. You know, we are home for primetime NFL football games, and we kick off week 4 right here on The Fanatic with Thursday night football. The Bengals, can they get right against the Dolphins? I don't know. Dolphins look pretty stout. Anyway, start NFL week 4 off right with the no sweat same game parlay from FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. You know, it doesn't matter if you're new to FanDuel or already have an account, you'll get free bets back if your Thursday night same game parlay doesn't hit. NFL same game parlays are the perfect way to combine your bets for a chance at a bigger payday. I mean, you might take Joe Burrow. Is he going to get sacked over 10 times or under? Take the over or the under on that. How about Joe Mixon? Is he actually going to rush and have a good rushing game, or will he be under whatever the line is for his rushing? Tyreek Hill, is he going to catch 1 touchdown, 2 touchdowns? I mean, you could build it any number of ways. You can choose from one of the popular same-game parlays that are also pre-built for you in the FanDuel's top-rated sportsbook app. It's easy to use, and it's really quick to sign up, about 90 seconds. However you want to play the same-game parlays on NFL on Thursday night, you can do it with a no-sweat same-game parlay bet where you don't lose, you simply win. Just sign up with promo code Randy1580 if you don't already have an account. If you do already have an account, just log in and see what you've got. Make every moment more with FanDuel, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. 21 or older, present in Arizona, 3 legs, minimum $1 bet required. Refund issued as non-withdrawable. Free bets that expire 7 days after receipt. Max bet $5. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem, 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT-STEP to 53342. Jeffco.
Thank you, Randy. Boomer Sooner says, Jeffrey, I'm heading out for my niece's wedding in Boise. Would it be worth going to see the blue turf of Boise State? Yeah, only if you want to throw up. I mean, that is just horrible.
I mean, if you're already going to be there, why not? Why not take in the site?
Yeah, who knows? You might even see a duck try to land and not make it.
Yeah, I feel bad for them ducks that coming in. They're like, wah, wah. Oh, this is some bull crap right here. This didn't Baker's Cocky Hen says, Jeffrey, are you going to change your team name to Touchground Lenny since Fournette can't seem to do anything this season? He's doing all right. He's giving me enough points. I'll be honest, I wouldn't have expected that much from him because, that's how Brady plays. He's more of a thrower than a runner. And, I'm not worried about Fournette. He's fine. Joe the Show says, I've noticed that about Tom Brady for a while, kind of like Michael Jordan. They got the best of the best, then they get those results because of that. But once you take those things away from them, they don't really move the needle at all. Yeah, I don't know if that's completely true about Michael Jordan. As for Rodgers, he's like in the LeBron era where somehow, some way, there's always injuries and they have to play these stacked teams. But based on pure talent alone, they somehow move the needle and make spectacular things happen. I think that, Tom Brady I thought about this. He has worked with lesser wide receivers and been able to make things happen, but that's when he had a really great defense. Right now, he has a really great defense. And, he's in worse shape right now than he was when he had lesser receivers before.
Yeah, right now, his offense is like the island of misfit toys. I mean, he's missing a lot of his offensive line guys. He's missing a lot of his receivers. Gronk's not there. And he's having to do what he can with what he has left. So,
I'll tell you what, if you bring in Cole Beasley, you are in bad shape.
And Cole Beasley, by the way, 1 reception for 3 yards. It's not like he's giving him anything.
Wonder how much they're paying
first
him.
week.
I think with the thing with Tom Brady is he doesn't have any quality receivers right now. It's if he had, we're not talking about superstars. We're just talking about quality guys. A lot of his quality guys are not out there. And so like he's just going to look bad.
Well, as a Colts fan, I'm not upset about that. As a fantasy football player who has Tom Brady as one of the quarterbacks, yeah, it's not great. Big George says, can we talk about the monsters of the Midway and their first place Chicago Bears? No, we don't have time for that. Sorry. Boomer Sooner says, sorry, I read that one. Stockton Slap says, Aaron Rodgers is greater than Tom Brady, but Brady always had the better teams and systems. All right, we are going to talk about Action Jackson's request, Lamar Jackson. And Lamar Jackson is balling like you knew he would. I am so worried about him getting injured. But beyond that, he's just still a freak of a football player. He is so damn good. Ed Reed took him aside and said, if you get hurt, they're going to pay you less. You know that, right? He's like, you should probably take it easy, man. And he's like, yeah, it's a business. And I don't know how else to tell you clearer than this. So even Ed Reed is like, Lamar, you've got to be careful out there. If you get hurt playing the Superman like you do, let's watch some videos of old Cam Newton before and after, shall we? Just something has got to hit the gray matter of Lamar Jackson that, all right, you're gambling on yourself. That's fine. But you may want to be a little more careful on some of your decisions on the field.
I think he's being as careful as he can be and still be Lamar Jackson. Like he has to play a certain way or he's not Lamar. But he's not taking these giant shots most of the time. When he picks up a first down, he gets down. He gets out of bounds. And Cam,
there are moments he does put his body on the line, and you see it every week.
Yeah, and a lot of it is when he thinks he can score. Which, how else can he be Lamar Jackson if he doesn't do that? So I don't know. But here's what I do know. I don't think that the Cam comparison necessarily works because Cam is built like, Ben Roethlisberger, Andrew Luck, one of those big guys. So he was just taking shots.
What's an even better way of saying it? See what happened to this guy. This guy's bigger than you, and he got destroyed, and he's out of football.
I'm saying he was big, so he thought he could handle those shots. Lamar is aware he can't take all of that that much of a beating.
I hope so.
And of course, and part of it too was he came in. He said he added 15, 20 pounds of muscle in the offseason just to be able to better handle some of the shots that he takes. I think that he's doing as good a job as he can, but you can't ask him to not run around out there. That's Lamar.
Man, this guy needed an agent so bad. I wish he'd gotten paid before this.
Yeah, but the thing is, if he makes it out of this season healthy, the Ravens do have a problem because now nobody needs an agent for the money that he's going to be asking for because he's got him over barrel.
Joe the Show says Lamar has to be protected at all costs for his own sake and the fans' sake, simply because of how versatile and entertaining he is. That's a weird position to be sitting in as the team watches this. You know what I'm saying? And either way, they're going to lose now. Either way, they're going to lose. If they lose for winning. If Lamar Jackson makes it through the season unhurt, has a good winning record, even a playoff appearance, whatever. He's still going to have to get paid and ridiculous money, like you say, Keon. But if he doesn't make it, he gets injured somewhere along the way. They lose for winning, and they will not win because he hurt himself.
And I think that you might still have to pay him. Like, I don't know how you get past the part where if he leaves, where the hell are you as an offense? Where are you as a football team? Because we saw, as good as Tyler Huntley was last year in relief of Lamar, they're not as good without him.
Action Jackson says someone will pay him, but think about it. Dak got paid after his injury. Right, I see. Yeah, and that was a thing where we're all sort of, wow, really? But yeah, exactly what you're saying is correct, Keon. But
it's just
it
so
depends,
hard to
though, doesn't it? It depends on the severity of the injury.
It does.
It depends on.
Though Dax is pretty bad.
Many things about this.
But because Lamar is mobile, if Lamar were to hurt somewhere on his lower body pretty badly, that could change the math on that.
I feel like Jerry Jones flew Dak Prescott down to Mexico and they put a new leg on him. It's like a cadaver leg or something you're not allowed to do in the United States. Sort of thing.
He broke his ankle. He just needed
the
ankle.
Jerry will give you a whole new leg. I figure we'll go from the hip down. Because
I know a guy.
Yeah, every week that he doesn't get hurt, I'm just like, oh good. I am so rooting for Lamar Jackson to get through this and get what he deserves.
The man is single-handedly powering my fantasy football team, so I am heavily invested in the health of Lamar Jackson.
He is careless, and
but I don't think he's careless. That's the thing.
Oh, it's such a gamble.
I watch
such a gamble.
It is a gamble, but like if you can make more money, taking less money is not going to work for you. It's just not. Like if you're looking around at Kyler, what he's making, you see Deshaun, you're like, no, I'm not going to take less money than those guys. For us being who we are, it's easy for us to say because we would take any money that was north of 200 mil. I'm not even going to complain about it.
Well, what he wants is it all guaranteed. I mean, look, this is a guy that has been overlooked. I don't know how many times. Look at when he got drafted in 2018. He was the final pick of the first round, the 32nd pick. I mean, the quarterbacks that went before him are
Baker
ludicrous.
Mayfield, Josh Rosen, Sam Darnold.
Josh Allen was picked 7th. Overall in the first round. Lamar Jackson, are you kidding me? And this is a guy other than Josh Allen. This is a guy that is living up to the hype. This is a guy that's been overlooked. And you know what? I say, Lamar, you go out there, you do what you got to do to really pin it on these guys and make them give you what you want. And that's a fully guaranteed, the highest fully guaranteed quarterback contract in the history of the NFL.
I just hope he gets there. I really do.
I do too.
I really do.
But this is the way he goes about it, man.
But last year when he got injured, that was the first time in the NFL where he got an injury that kept him out multiple weeks. He's a durable guy. And he, like I said, if he took the hits, because I remember watching Robert Griffin III in his rookie season. And as good as RG3 was at that time, some of the hits he took, you just went, oh my God, he's not going to make it. And sure enough, he didn't. He ended up breaking down. Lamar's not taking those hits.
Well, let's just hope that some linebacker or defensive lineman, is kind because there's a lot of games to go. A lot of games. Beer Bob says, the streak is over. Even though I'm second in points in my league, I finally won a game. Yeah, good for you, man. Congratulations. I've had those seasons where I have the most points for, but everybody who plays me has more points. And at the end of the season, I'm number 1 in points, but like 8th place. It's just, I hate those kind of seasons. But all you can do, man, there is an element of luck to the fantasy football. That's just the way it is. There's an element of luck to Scrabble. You can be the smartest guy sitting there, but if you don't get the right letters, some moron is going to beat you. All right. Okay. I'm about to take a break. I can't do that. What is wrong with me?
I was just looking at the clock like, what's he doing?
Like, we can just sit here and sit at each other and stare at each other
for a break here. We'll be back in about 10 minutes.
I don't think Ron's going to like the silence, but
smoke them if you got them, boys. We're taking a break right now. I don't even smoke, but this is amazing. Yeah. So let's talk about Cliff Kingsbury. He's saying it again, Randy. He's saying it again. We got to figure out how to start faster. That's something we got to figure out. I wish I had an answer for why things are not going well, he says. But it's been slow starts all 3 phases this week, unfortunately. But that's got to be an emphasis to get started faster. What the hell is he talking about? Get started faster.
Well, his team is coming out lifeless and lethargic. I mean, just watch the games. You've seen them, Jeffrey. I mean, they come out here. They just look like they're just not
it for what they are.
Yeah, they're just not in gear. They're not tight. They're not crisp. It's like they're just kind of out there like an amoeba, just kind of floating around. They've got their defense is not conducive to stopping the football. They just let the other teams run. I mean, so look, bottom line is, I think Cliff is right. You got to start faster, and Cliff, you got to call a better game. You got to be more prepared. I mean, you talk about homework. You got to be doing your homework. And Vance Joseph, you got to be doing your homework because right now, nothing is working. Zero.
You know what? Mr. Wilbur and I agree for the first time, probably in the history of this show. And it goes with 2 words that Cliff Kingsbury probably needs to embrace. 2 words. You want to fix the team? Sean Payton.
Oh, yeah. Boy. Man, if Mr. Bidwell could score Sean Payton and get rid of old drunky drunk and the skinny jeans, man alive. You want to see a Cardinal fan that would be on fire. I mean, I already run a little hot on game day, but you want to see a Cardinal fan just spontaneously combust? Bring Sean Payton to Phoenix. Bring him here.
That's the new hashtag. That's the new, no more hashtag sell the team server. Hashtag get Sean Payton Bidwell. That's the hashtag. I got to remember how to spell Bidwell, but we're going to start it. Get Sean Payton Bidwell. What do you say, Randy?
Oh, yeah. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Joe the Show says Kingsbury literally gives me anxiety. The way this dude looks, it looks like he just got caught by the feds for embezzling drug money for narcos, and his wife with the $20,000 boob job is going to leave him for the pool guy or something. That was so just perfect all by itself. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
No one else does what I do in diamonds. Sorry if that sounds bold, but it's true, and I do it all for you. Hi, Diamond Dave Cantor, the only wholesale diamond dealer open to you by appointment. I import diamonds directly from cutters from around the world. That's right. That means you're getting diamonds direct from the source. We have the lowest overhead office of anyone in the diamond business. So we ship to clients around the world because of our low price wholesale model. We design and create your custom rings. Again, working directly means you're working with the source. No one else with 4th generation connections, direct diamond importing, and design and manufacturing works directly with you except me. And with all that, we still offer incredible one-on-one service, direct contact on my personal cell through the process, and the promise we want you to have the best diamond quality and experience in any price range.
No one else can do what Diamond Dave does. Call him today at 480-397-2450 or reach him on Instagram at Diamond Dave Cantor. That's Kantor, or visit him online at diamonddaveaz.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Hurry into the energy savings event at Lowe's. Save energy and save money on select major appliances, including Whirlpool energy efficient appliances. You can also save with a smart thermostat. Right now, select Google Nest Learning thermostats are $60 off. Plus, find other great energy saving items throughout the store and check your eligibility for rebates in your area to save even more. Don't miss the energy savings event at Lowe's. Selection varies by location. Exclusions apply. Visit Lowe's.com for details. Valid through 9/28.
NASCAR Championship weekend is back at Phoenix Raceway. Drivers will put it all on the line to claim NASCAR greatness. The Truck Series Championship kicked things off Friday night under the lights. We're going to tear it up tonight. Followed by an action-packed Saturday, where fans will witness an ARCA and Xfinity Series Championship doubleheader. Don't miss out on the action November 4th and 5th. Get your tickets now for NASCAR Championship weekend at PhoenixRaceway.com or call 866-408-RACE.
Sun Devil football returns home to take on the Washington Huskies Saturday, October 8th in the annual Hall of Fame game. The Sun Devils will debut their special Rising Devils Adidas uniforms, and at halftime, ASU will honor the newest inductees into the Sun Devil Athletics Hall of Fame, including 7-time Pro Bowler and 2-time Super Bowl champion Terrell Suggs. Get your tickets today by calling 480-727-0000 or go online to sundeviltickets.com.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K24EU Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
It's time for the third hour.
All right, people, settle down because it's time. Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 5 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Keon Rose in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale. The thought that maybe Michael Bidwell could go find himself Sean Payton as a head coach for the following season is a very intriguing but very unlikely one, because I don't know if Bidwell is going to be able to muscle and elbow his way past Jerry Jones as he's throwing all the money in the world at Sean Payton.
Is it Sean? S-E-A-N?
S-E-A-N. That's right.
Hashtag.
We're starting the hashtag. Just get. That makes it easier. Get Sean. Get Sean Payton. Bidwell.
Is it P-A-Y-T-O-N? P-A-Y?
P-A-Y.
A-Y-T-O-N.
Yeah.
Mr. You can put Mr. on there.
You think that'll help?
Mr. Bidwell.
All right. I don't think you can't put a period on it, though, because that breaks the hashtag.
Bidwell.
Doesn't it, Keon? You can't put.
Well, it doesn't break the hashtag, but it doesn't. It's not going to count to the hashtags. You may as well not use
Sean
it.
Payton, Mr. Bidwell. P-A-Y. P-A-Y. Okay. Tweet. There it is. It's on my Twitterverse right now.
Well, now I think about it, is that too clunky? Is there a better way of doing this? Keon, you're young.
I mean, just the shorter the better.
Bidwell, get Sean Payton. Is that better? Hashtag Bidwell, get Sean Payton.
That's a little better, just because.
Yeah, you hit send way too soon, Randy.
It's a Bidwell. No, I don't think you should call it Bidwell. Either Mr. Bidwell.
Hashtag Cardinals.
Hashtag Cardinals.
There you go. Cardinals, get Sean Payton. P-A-Y, right? Is that it?
Yeah. Cardinals get Sean Payton. There it is.
I'll post it. Hold on.
I just tweeted it at Radio Randy 777.
Yeah, let me see if yours and mine spelling is the same though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keon, jump on this.
You gotta capitalize the right letters though. That makes it easier to read. If you capitalize Cardinal, I gotta put an S there. Cardinals. Hashtag Cardinals get Sean Payton. Boom. There. I've responded in the way that
Cardinals get Sean Payton.
All right. So we've started the hashtag. You guys got to help us out. Hashtag Cardinals get Sean Payton.
I don't see it on there. I see Buddy the dog.
I just hit it. I responded to yours, Randy. I responded to yours.
Tuesday Daily Blender. Hey, that's
here,
weird. That's today.
Here, I'll tweet it myself. There you go.
There's Buddy the dog. He's Buddy the dog.
Hey, Randy, doing a show.
Yeah.
Doing a show over here.
Sorry.
Doing a show. So yes, I posted it. Randy's posted it. If you want to see the spelling, you can see Radio Randy 777. He put it first. I'm second at Radio Pal 1580. And Keon doesn't care. So
I just did it. I was just doing it.
No, I figured you just didn't care.
Okay, well, you were wrong about that because
you're very bitter today. I didn't.
It's
think
just Cardinal.
Yeah,
you got Cardinal. You didn't put ass in there. Just
Who, me?
Yeah. Hashtag Cardinal.
Now I'm second. Keon beat me to it. That son of a.
Sports Nimbus Cloud. Is that what it is? What is?
There it is.
Sports Cloud 1580.
No, hold on a second. I think I got it right. No, you're right. I didn't get it right. Although somebody already retweeted me.
I did. That was me, damn it.
Yeah, I'm going to delete my tweet. I'm going to delete the tweet because I spelled it wrong.
I thought
you can retweet my other tweet. You can retweet
thought
mine.
In this new, thing, we don't have to use punctuation or capitalization or anything like that.
Well, I think it just helps when people see it. They don't have to kind of read through and go, get see and pay ton.
Yeah, because it makes it. If you don't capitalize it just makes it all look like one word.
I'm not that interested. I just want Sean Payton, my next head coach.
Well, I'm just saying, we got to do the thing. If you want the hashtag to be effective, you got to do it the way I did. That's what
maybe if I put my glasses on, that's the problem here. There we go.
I'm sure that's it.
Yeah. See, Cardinals get Sean Payton. You saying I have to go in and change that?
Yeah, take a look at mine and you'll see.
Oh, there's Keon. Hell with it. I'm retweeting Keon.
You should copy and paste mine. Mine's better.
Yay! No. What's
Keon,
the
did
heart
you copy
do?
and paste mine? Is that how you did yours?
That is correct. Yeah.
Yeah,
The
all right.
one you replied to Randy with.
Yeah. So that means that means that Randy's still copying and pasting mine. All right.
How do you copy and paste on this damn
gee,
thing?
You
Oh,
select
good
it
cat.
and then Control C.
Good cat. There we go.
Yeah.
Fire Kingsbury now. I like that one. Good cat. Good job.
Well, no, you got
because you want to replace him with like
Right.
a better coach, not
Yeah,
just
wait. Fire Kingsbury, but he
like
all
you
bold.
could fire Kingsbury, but if you replace him with me, you haven't made an improvement. You got to
Good cat
replace
has
him with
got
Sean
it right.
Payton.
He's got
don't sell yourself short, Keon. I think we could replace
Cardinals
Kingsbury with you, and it
I-
would be an
I
improvement.
sure
Get
hope that
Sean
a guy that's
Payton,
been
and
coaching
then he's got
football
hashtag Fire Kingsbury now. I
a
like
decent
that.
chunk of our adult lives, I guess.
I like that.
Let me tell you why. Here's the thing: Sean McVay is a dope. No, I'm sorry. I mean, Cliff Kingsbury is a dope. Sean McVay is brilliant. You know why? Because Sean McVay's wife, she's a model, and Cliff Kingsbury's girlfriend, she's a model. Sean's like, hey, baby, I need you to do me a favor. I want you to have dinner with Kingsbury's wife. Get as much as you can.
I don't think Sean. I don't think. What's his name over there? What's his name over there? Ryan Seacrest needs anything. He's 10-1
Belichick
against
didn't
us.
need it either, and he cheated. And I think Sean McVay has sent out his wife to get some info from Veronica Coleman.
The sheep.
No, wait, Veronica Coleman is the model wife. Kingsbury's
Veronica
girlfriend
Coleman?
is
What?
somebody else. I don't know. Veronica Bielik.
All I know is
they're both named Veronica.
I'm working on Cardinals get Peyton now or whatever
That
it is.
is-
What are we doing?
What the hell's going on with Sean McVay and Cliff Kingsbury, where they both have a woman named Veronica?
Two
There's
different
some-
spellings of Veronica too.
Yeah,
you got Veronica
still.
with the C,
Oh,
and then
one's
Veronica
with a K, huh?
Yeah.
One of them's foreigner, I guess. I don't know.
Russian.
But here's the thing. At first,
Ukrainian, actually.
You think, did they share team information? And I'm like, oh, they're models. They're probably too dumb to share much more than a children's menu. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that they're giving schemes and plays back and forth.
You don't think they actually eat food, do you? I mean,
yeah, well, they probably had a plate full of parsley. That's it.
There we go.
Just still, that's weird. I think the weirder thing is not that their gals had dinner. I think the weirder thing is they're both named Veronica.
Well, that's because Cliff wants to be just like McVay.
Yeah. So he is, except for without all that, cumbersome
he's
coaching talent.
All of the winning and the
Right.
Super Bowl. Yeah.
Except he's 1-10 against McVay.
Yeah. Well, there's
It's
that.
because he lets the women have dinner and then all the secrets. There's so many
Oh.
secrets the Cardinals have,
Yeah.
The secret on how to beat the Cardinals.
The most boring offense in the history of football. It just
If
come
we
to
could
Arizona
just
and see it.
So anyway,
What's that hashtag again? We need to beat the hell out of this hashtag.
Hashtag Cardinals get Sean Payton.
There we go.
That's the hashtag.
I
don't know if a hashtag ever really does much, but what the hell? Why not? Boomer Sooner says Sean Payton. Okie dokie. Baker's cocky hen. By the way, if you think texting the show is the same as hashtagging, nah, you're fine. Baker's cocky hens says, would Sean Payton rather have all that money from Jerry Jones or a lot of money and actual control of the roster? Dallas don't give that away.
No. Sean don't want to work for Jerry.
But it's
What
so
does
much
Sean
money.
Payton want?
Sean Payton wants all the money and all the power. That's what Sean Payton wants.
Now, where are you getting this? Because I honestly, I am not understanding what it is Sean Payton wants.
All the money and all the power. He wants power over the team.
How do you know this?
I don't know if he wants all the power. I haven't heard that necessarily, but I will say when he was on his way out of New Orleans,
he said he wants all the money and all the power.
Well, he just didn't have very much say over the roster at all. And so that they were, stacking.
And there it is, all the money and all the power. All I did was simplify it. Did I not?
Well,
I appreciate that, but I want details, Randy.
Yeah, because he might just want some of the power. He might just want input into what's going on. Like, look, I don't want to mess around with the entire roster.
I want power over the coffee pot,
but
I don't. And then I want power over the tight ends.
See, that's why I said all the. Look, you guys need to learn to live in a society of 40 characters or less, and I have mastered that.
is 200 fewer characters than necessary.
It took us about 28 minutes to get a hashtag together. You want me to believe you're on top of the social media 40
listen,
characters or less thought
just
process?
because I'm not lightning fast, I'm still sharp as a damn razor.
Yeah, I get
That's
that.
true. That's true.
Baker's cocky hens. I think you are right. Maybe that would be the thing that could get Sean Payton to coach the Arizona Cardinals. Then there's the other part. He's like, but will Steve Keim be there?
No,
no, I don't think so.
No.
As long as then maybe
the decisions that Keim had to make in order to end up with Cliff Kingsbury and Kyler Murray instead of, Josh Rosen. Those decisions you don't get to make multiple coaching changes in your time as general manager usually.
Well, this should be the end of it all, right? So here's hoping. Joe the Show says, I genuinely don't think Kingsbury knows what he's doing. He has a look of despair and a sense of desolation, like he's on a terminal list or something. Yeah, you're right. I've seen that, especially in the post press conferences where he just looks like, I've seen some stuff, man. He has this shell-shocked look, and I'm like, dude, why are you surprised? Every day you walk on a football field, you think it's going to be college. By the way, you lost there quite a bit. But every day you get your ass handed to you, and you're like, I don't know what happened. You can't be that stupid. You're bad at things.
Yeah, I don't even think he's stupid. I think he's just genuinely bewildered. Like when you're sitting there as the head coach and going, boy, we've got to start faster.
It's like the big guy from WKRP. As God is my witness, I thought they could fly. That's the look he has. He has the same look when they threw the frozen turkeys out of the helicopter. As God is my witness, I thought they could fly. It's the same thing. As God is my witness,
I might be missing
the air raid would work.
Some context there, but I will say he's sitting there and pointing, not even pointing fingers. But when you talk about starting fast, if you're the play caller, you can control the tempo of the game when it starts. You actually have that ability. Are we going to go no huddle here and just put our foot on the accelerator? What are we doing? He doesn't seem to have a plan.
It's kind of like my thoughts with Torey Lovello. If you're doing the same thing and it's not working, why aren't you changing it? And Cliff Kingsbury, 3 years now. Okay, yeah, you won 11 games last year. Some people would say it's a fluke, and I'm starting to believe the same thing. And to get me to say that it was a fluke last year, having been a Cardinals fan since they showed up here, that's hard for me to give in. If you're doing the same thing and it's not working, change it. If they're blitzing your ass, then run some screens or run a draw or do something in the direction of where the blitz coming from, and maybe they'll stay off of you and give you a chance to go vertical down the field. I don't know. Do something different than the stupid plays you're already running.
You're not wrong.
Could not have said it better.
888-368-1580. Good Cat says, Kingsbury's dumbfounded look reminds me of Christopher Lloyd's look in Taxi.
Mouth breather.
That's good Cat.
Yeah.
He says the Indo McVeigh's wife hot was
what?
Okay, I can't even read the rest of this. I have no idea what you're trying to say there. Scratch me because says hashtag fire Kingsbury, hire Keon Rose. That's not bad. We'd go for that. But no, right now, just hashtag Cardinals get Sean Payton. That's what we're trying to push. Although, yeah, again, I mean, if you're going to leave this job, Keon, and you should be looking, but if you're going to leave this job, well, you could do worse than being the Cardinals head coach. Boogie says, do you think Sean McVay secretly sends women to be Cliff Kingsbury's girlfriends and then uses them to extort information?
Probably.
Yeah. I don't see why not. Sure. Nondescript says, hashtag Arizona Coach Payton. AZ Coach Payton. Yeah, but putting the Cardinals name in there really drives it home. I think Cardinals get Sean Payton. That's pretty good. Twitty, it says happy 50th anniversary to Al McCoy. Is that today?
Oh, wow.
Is that today?
That's tremendous.
Man, you know what? I mean, there's nothing I can say that you don't already know about Al McCoy being the absolute best play-by-play guy basketball has ever known, state of Arizona or otherwise, and the nicest, sweetest guy. And even 50 years in, sharp as a tack, and the wheels are turning. He could keep going if he wants to. But nobody sounds better. Nobody does it better than Al McCoy. So happy 50th anniversary indeed, Twitty it. But is that today really? Or is that you just throwing that out there randomly, Twitty it?
This is his. I don't know if this is the day exactly, but it
can be because this is preseason. So
yeah. I guess he was just saying,
in
general. Yeah. Just happy 50th this season.
Big George says, hashtag screw Sean Payton. He's a cheater. Is that about the Bounty Gate thing that he got in trouble for? Is that what it is?
Yeah. And he should have gotten in trouble for that because he's the head coach, but it was being run by his defensive coordinator, Greg Williams. And it seems mostly by Greg Williams. Greg with all the G's, by the way. There's like 3 G's in his first name. I don't understand that.
So yeah, George, I'm not going to hold a grudge on him for that, but I mean, I get it. Some careers might have been ruined by that.
Al McCoy first started with the Suns in September of 1972.
But was it September 27th?
It says since he first donned the headsets in September of 1972.
All right, fair enough. Good Cat says, that's that same one.
Well,
I can't.
The Wikipedia does say September 27th. So
okay, well then I guess that's
correct.
There. Happy 50th anniversary. Well done, Twitty. Here it is. Good Cat says what he meant to say was the info McVay's wife got was fall apart at the end of every season, call crappy plays, hire an awful defensive coordinator, and wear some women's jeans.
Oh,
that's the information you get from Kingsbury.
Cliff Kingsbury didn't even need to give that information up there. That was
the only information they could get. There was none other to give.
That's all the information, Cliff. There's nothing else.
Baker's Cocky Hen says, you guys are missing Kingsbury's point. He wants them to hustle and start the coin toss faster.
Oh.
Heads. He's going to be heads. Like, heads. Don't let me finish saying the heads. Fine, heads. Nondescript. Thank you for that. 888-368-1580. Pro Dog says, I think Sean Payton has embraced the commentary role. No, he's horrible at it. I think that's the reason why after 2 weeks, you started hearing the news story saying, I'm looking at some options for next year. If somebody's interested in a head coach, I think he realizes, okay, hey, look at Sean Payton. And then now what?
And more to the point, Sean Payton never cared. He just needs his contract time to end with the Saints so that they no longer have his rights. So he can just go be a head coach wherever.
Pro Dog says if he was the coach again, it would be in the Northwest. He spent a lot of time there since leaving the Saints. He loves Eastern Washington because nobody can love the crap hole Seattle has become. Could Sean Payton replace gum chewing coach for the Seahawks? I don't think Pete Carroll. I don't know. That's possible, but God, if you're Sean Payton, do you want to go to the Seattle Seahawks? Really?
I mean, if he likes it up there, I don't think that Sean Payton is the kind of coach who thinks that there's any team he can't fix. So he's not worried about the team. And if he likes it up there, but I'm still going to say that it comes down to money and who pays him the most. I don't think that whatever affinity he has for any part of the United States is going to factor over. Oh yeah, the Cowboys just wrote me a giant fat check.
And because of that, Sean Payton's like, I've always loved Texas. Always loved it. Billy Ray from Avondale says, I got to give J.J. Watt credit. He has shown up in these last 2 games. I will now add his name to his jersey now. What?
At no point did I understand what was going on there. I don't understand the criticism of J.J. Watt. He's been a badass this entire time. Nor do I understand exactly what you were trying to say with adding his name. Or did you take his name off of the Watt jersey you bought? I hope I'm not understanding that the way that I think I'm understanding that, because that's kind of crazy.
But I do understand this. Scratch Me Because says hashtag fire Lavello, hire Randy White.
Ooh,
yes.
I support both of those hashtags. Scratch Me Because. Well done. All right, let's take a break. And we come back, we'll keep talking football. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
This is Brent Musburger's action update for Arizona's new home for sports, The Fanatic. Now, here are the latest lines from my guys in the desert.
College football, Arizona looking for their first Pac-12 win. They will host winless Colorado Saturday night. The Wildcats a 17.5-point favorite. Arizona State a 26-point underdog at number 6 USC. NFL Week 4, the Cardinals traveling to Charlotte to take on the Panthers. Both teams at 1-2 straight up and against the spread. Cardinals a 1.5-point road underdog. The over/under at 44. Last 2 weeks of the regular season, the Diamondbacks in Houston starting tonight against the Astros. Zach Davies getting the start for Arizona against Lance McCullers Jr. for Houston. The Diamondbacks at plus 180 on the money line. Houston minus 227.5 the total. Red hot winning picks at experts.winnersandwiners.com. Save 75% on any best bet package with the promo code ACTION75. That's ACTION75 at experts.winnersandwiners.com. For vsin.com, I'm Trey Westerberg on Arizona's sports betting station.
Arizonans are facing big challenges these days. Rising costs at the grocery store, the gas pump, and the pharmacy. That's why Mark Kelly is doing whatever it takes in Washington to bring down costs, even when it means standing up to his own party. The son of 2 police officers, Mark grew up in a house where money was tight. He knows what it means for Arizonans when everyday items cost more. Thanks to Mark Kelly's work, Medicare will finally negotiate down prescription drug prices. Less money spent at the pharmacy means more money stays in your pocket. Mark is leading the effort to cut red tape for truckers and ease supply chain issues. And he's pushing for more domestic oil production to bring down gas prices. Because Mark knows that for a lot of people, every little bit counts right now. Senator Mark Kelly, looking out for Arizona, fighting for us.
I'm Mark Kelly, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Mark Kelly for Senate.
Love and Light Wellness Spa. How can I help you today?
Hi there. I'd like to make an appointment for next week.
Excellent. Does Tuesday 9 a.m. work?
Ooh, mornings are when I go to Taco Bell to get my bacon breakfast quesadilla.
Okay.
Yeah, I really don't like missing out on those fluffy eggs and crispy bacon covered in melty cheeses.
Oh, I understand. Let's see what I have in the afternoon.
Namaste.
Try the bacon breakfast quesadilla, only at Taco Bell. Limited participating U.S. Taco Bell locations near you during breakfast hours only, 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. Contact local store for hours of participation, which vary.
Smart businesses are always looking for ways to improve. Better work days can start with Cintas. Your dedicated Cintas service reps help make sure you have what you need when you need it. We'll stock your essential cleaning products, deliver hygienically clean workwear, inspect your fire extinguishers, and provide first aid and safety supplies. Cintas is with you every step of the way, so you stay a step ahead. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
If you're an IT professional looking for an opportunity with great benefits and the freedom to creatively solve problems in a career with great growth potential and a team environment, look no further than Affinity Technology. Serving the Valley since 1992, Affinity Technology is looking for a level 1 tech to develop and deliver excellent solutions and outstanding customer service. Visit atechaz.com/jobs and get started with your future today. That's atechaz.com/jobs.
It's time once again for the Harman Solar 1580 The Fanatic NFL Fan Pick'em Contest. First prize is $1,580 from Harman Solar. Second prize, a Zebra e-bike from Hemingway. And $500 third prize from Harman Solar. Sign up today. Go to 1580thefanatic.com. The Harman Solar 1580 The Fanatic NFL Fan Pick'em Contest. From your home for the NFL in the Valley. 1580 and 99.3. The Fanatic.
David Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. So we've started the hashtag Cardinals get Sean Payton. See what happens with that. But Baker's Cocky Hen says, the more you guys talk about Payton, I keep getting the feeling he ends up in Cleveland with Deshaun Watson, just so everyone hates the Browns even more. Is there a lot of hatred for Sean Payton? I always just saw him. I was like, look at that guy who looks like he just ate a giant chunk of lemon. He's always like puckered up face, he always struck me as a good coach though.
Yeah, he's always kissing the microphone on his headset. I don't know why he's doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird.
I don't know. I didn't realize that we hated Sean Payton, at least.
I don't hate Sean Payton.
I don't hate Sean Payton.
I don't hate him either. I don't know.
Matter of fact, I want the Cardinals to go get him.
Yeah.
Billy Ray clarifies when he says he's going to put J.J. Watt's name back on his jersey. He says Street Clothes was the previous name I had on his jersey.
Thank you.
That's one of those things where it's true, but you don't feel good about it because that's a guy who gives 195%. And even though feels like you can't do it, no, he does. He gives every single ounce of his body for every single play, no matter where you are in the game, how far you are in a season. He has no sense of moderation, and that's how he gets hurt, just doing everything he can to try to win. So I can't get mad at JJ Watt for that. Not even.
No, I agree 110%.
195%.
195%.
Baker's Cocky Hen says, well, you like him if he ends up in Cleveland and they win a Super Bowl? No, I'll automatically hate him if he ends up with Cleveland because he made that choice to go to a place where the owner is a piece of bleep and the quarterback's a piece of bleep. The entire organization is a piece of bleep. The fan base who says F them hoes on their signs is a piece of bleep. The entirety of it is a piece of bleep. So no, if he goes to Cleveland like that, I will officially immediately have pure hatred for the man.
For him, yeah, but he's not going to make me hate the Browns more because I don't know that that's possible right now.
Anything is all possible through Christ. Wow. I feel like how I just answered that hateful thing. People are like, wait, well, no, hatred's not. What? No, you can't, Jeffrey. No. All right, so let's talk about this amazing game that we'll all wake up early to listen to and or watch on the TV Sunday morning at 6 a.m. Vikings and Saints. That's right. Just wake me when it's over because I'm not getting up early for that. Is anybody getting up early for that?
Not it.
Not it. Oh,
not it.
Keon. Nope. You gotta watch. You gotta wake up and watch.
Make me.
I don't think
I am not waking up to watch.
I have your address. I'll come to your house.
I don't think B Dubs is open at 6 a.m. So I don't think you'll have a place to go watch.
That's true.
It's the 31st London game, causing us all for 31 straight times to say, no, I'm not watching.
Not it.
Not it. Not too bad. You're still behind there, Keon. Anyways, I don't know how much longer we're going to be doing that. I mean, they eventually gave up on the Pro Bowl. I have to think eventually these games abroad should stop, right?
Well, it took them 58 years to give up on the Pro Bowl, so I would imagine another 20 years or so, they'll probably give up on this whole Europe football business.
I don't necessarily know that. I think if they're making enough money from Europeans watching it and getting into it enough, they're never going to stop if it keeps making them money. None of us were watching the Pro Bowl.
And you know what, though? If they keep matching up non-winning teams, which is what they've done 31 times, they still have not matched up two winning teams in the international games in London. Why should you watch? I'll tell you what. Even if my Colts were winning like crazy, I'm not waking up at 6 a.m. on a Sunday. I'm not doing it. Why do they have to do it at 6 a.m.? Have it be a later night game. It's not even, I don't think, at night. What time? Do the time conversion thingy with the Goog, would you? If it's 6 a.m. here in Arizona, what time is it in London? Because I feel like they could still just do this at the same time as some of these other games. I don't think it would push it too late into the night. I just feel like it's stupid. Cards Chappie says the London game is going to be at 3 a.m. here. Hell no. No, it's 6 a.m.
Well, Cards Chappie is in Hawaii.
Oh, that's a humble brag right there.
Yeah.
Bastard. Lucky. He lives in Hawaii?
Yeah. Yeah, he's stationed there.
Oh, I want to be stationed there. We've talked about this before. We got to get this show stationed in Hawaii.
Yeah, we do.
It's time to make some phone calls. Billy Ray from Avondale says Sean Payton will end up in Dallas with Jerry Jones. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. If you're right about it being just where whoever will hand him the biggest, fattest paycheck, it's definitely going to be Jerry Jones. The coach's paycheck does not count against the cap, and Jerry Jones will be very motivated and pay him the John Gruden $100 million deal or something. You know what I mean? He'll absolutely get that. Baker's Cocky Hen says, I think they should flex the London game. Give the teams 48 hours notice and let's get a good matchup so England can learn what football is. I don't think you can flex the London game. Oh, God, that'd be hilarious. I like that, though. Hefty Lefty says 8-hour time difference for London. Okay. So if it's 6 a.m. here, that means it's 2 p.m. there? Well, what the bleep? Can't they just do that? Why are they? What? Am I getting that wrong?
I don't think you are.
If it's
So
6
then 3
a.m.
hours,
here,
if 4
it's 6
hours,
a.m.
Yeah, go ahead.
If it's 6 a.m. here, it's 2 p.m. there.
So you can put the damn game on at 6 p.m. in London. Why the hell are you not doing this and making the game at a time where everybody can watch?
Because the other games are going on at that time, and they don't
So
want
what?
to.
Lots of other games are going on at that time.
I'm just trying to explain.
I don't exactly understand exactly why myself. Unless that's just not when British people watch sports. I have no idea.
And here's an interesting fact. There is only one team to have never played in London yet. Can you guys guess who it is?
The
no Googling.
Arizona Cardinals.
Nope.
Oh.
One team, no Googling.
Is it
Arizona Wildcats?
Nope.
Because I haven't seen Washington play in London ever.
Is it the NFL version of Arizona? Is it the Commandos?
No.
We're not the NFL version of Arizona. Stop that.
According to
don't sneak that in there like I'm not going to hear.
According to Yahoo Sports, the Green Bay Packers are the only team never to have played in London.
It's because Aaron Rodgers can't get his hallucinogenics on the plane. That's it.
Yeah, he's holding out until they play in Peru.
I
And
think
then it'll
that's
already
interesting.
be there and he won't have to bring it.
We should really try to get the NFL in Colombia.
The NFL's storied franchises has never played in London. Wow.
Meanwhile, the Jacksonville Jaguars go every year.
It seems to be that way.
Well, I tell you what,
Well,
I don't
that's
care
because,
who's playing. I ain't getting up.
That's because their owner, Chaka Khan, he owns part of the. He owns part of the.
I think I love you.
The Manchester something, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Or Wembley Stadium or something. Anyway.
All I know is don't care. Not going to say. I'll set my fantasy football lineup and I'll wake up to the news. I'm not watching the morning. It's not fair to America. You know what I'm saying? It's not fair. Here's why. We work our asses off during the week. Some of us even on a Saturday. And then you're going to say, oh, by the way, hey, jackass, you get to wake up at 6 a.m. if you want to watch these teams play. So what the hell did I do to you? Why is England getting preferential chronological treatment to us? You know, sure, the people in New York get to watch this game at 9 a.m., but I don't want to wake up and watch it that early either. I want to wake up. I want to watch Terry Bradshaw mumble while Howie sits there with the wax in his hair and his ears. And I want to see Michael Strahan tonsils through the front of his teeth. That's what I want to see at that time. I don't want to watch some damn London game. And I'm definitely not going to do this at 6 a.m. Kiss my ass. This was the worst thing that they've done to football. Okay, one of the worst things. I can think of.
They've done many bad things. To
I got to pump the brakes on that a little bit, don't I?
Yeah, if this is the worst thing the NFL has done, I would applaud them.
Yeah,
unfortunately. Well,
we have a new texter here on the text line. 6163 says, "Ask Jimmy what TV station is carrying Thursday Night Football." Who's Jimmy?
Jimmy.
He says, "All right, none. Quit whining about Major League Baseball coverage on Aaron Judge. Weak." Who is?
What radio show are you listening to, man?
Yeah. Are you
talking about Jim Rome? Jimmy?
I don't know. There's so many questions.
What's
6163? That might be a delayed text.
Yeah,
I sure hope so because I'm so confused.
Are you in London right now? 6163.
Are you from the future? So Daily Blender with Jimmy. Okay,
Jimmy. All right.
I'll sell the show. I don't care. Idiot says, which is worse, the London games or the Mexico City game?
Yes.
The food is better in the Mexico City game, but at least in London, you can drink the water. I don't know. I mean, it's the same thing to me.
The food's better in Mexico, but the portion sizes in London, because I have been to London, are much smaller. Very, very small.
Well, all pluses for Mexico City, except for the whole cartel decapitating people outside the stadium thing.
Yeah, I mean, the possibility of dying.
Yeah.
Either by
you got
water
that, though,
or...
back when we used to go to the Oakland Stadium.
Well,
so
yeah, that's true.
You get murdered anywhere, I guess. Earthquakes. I don't know. Which is worse? I'd say the London game for the teams because of how far they have to travel. I don't know. I haven't heard really what people think about going to the Mexico games. I mean, I know there's a lot of pollution in Mexico City, but then there's a lot of pollution in some of our cities too. I don't know. It's a good question, Twittiot. I have to ask somebody who's been there, see what the players have said about it, I guess. Good Cat says, Jeffrey, if you woke up to drive to Keon's house for the Euro game, won't you be awake as well to watch it? What are you talking about? Why would I go to Keon's house?
Well, because I didn't say not it to watching it, and you're like, well, I guess you have to watch the game now. Not it. And you were like, and I was like, make me. You're like, I know where you live.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Okay, I see where the confusion is. Good Cat. I know where he lives. I can send a guy. I don't have to go. No. Oh, you're adorable.
Jeffrey would leave his palatial estates and come step into my dump of an apartment complex.
Yeah, I'm sending people is what's happening.
Oh, that's funny.
Cards Chappie says, you're welcome to do satellite broadcasts out here. Or why don't you just talk to somebody? What? No, we'll talk. You guys all good to make the move to Hawaii?
Hell yes.
Of course.
Baker's Cocky Hen says, NFL means no freaking logic. Browns, no London, huh? At least have ESPN broadcast the London games. I don't know what you're getting on about there, buddy. Hefty Lefty says, that guy is texting from the multiverse, maybe. Yeah, 6163 is, he's in a different parallel universe.
I was hoping that the Mexico game, by virtue of not being all the way in Europe, would be, put at a better time of day. No, it's a 7:30 in the morning game. It's going to be 7:30 in the morning.
What's on 7:30 in the morning?
Seahawks Buccaneers in week 10. They'll be playing that's the Mexico game.
Oh, so why 7:30?
I don't.
It's Mexico. They're like
they're right there. They're right there. Yeah, of course. Don't ask me why.
Well, you can't do it in the middle of the day in Mexico because they have their they have. Well, I was going to say extended lunch time, but yeah,
it's a siesta. We all take a nice little lat nap. I don't understand any of it, but I guess I don't have to. A, I won't be waking up to watch. B, as long as everybody else is happy, I don't care.
And that stat about the Packers, by the way, will be untrue by next week when they play in London.
See, now maybe what I'll do is maybe I'll get up and watch the show or the game from Mexico, and Miss Kim and I will have like a theme and that sort of thing. We'll have like those little mini tacos and mini tamales and some chips and dips and maybe some cerveza on ice. See what I'm saying? We'll make it a theme.
Now see, here's the thing. I'd come join you.
Yeah.
But you live so far away, I'd have to leave the night before.
Yeah, well, I have an extra room. You and Alex are more than welcome to come and stay the night.
Scratch Me Because says, if Keon is going to the Cardinals, if he's going to be the Cardinals head coach, he should get up early to watch the London game. He needs to scout the competition. That's true, Keon. You better get up early. All right, we got to take a break. When we come back, we've got On This Date in Big Georgia sports history and more, the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Are you a planner? Do you like to plan ahead? Then, of course, you already have a plan to call Harman Solar, right? Bruce Jacobs here. It should be at the top of your list to get solar now and enjoy huge savings next summer. Up to 85% on your monthly bill with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Then you can plan what to do with all that extra money. Harman Solar is a family-owned, women-owned, local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harman Solar 800-281-3189 or go to harmansolar.com.
Arizonans are facing big challenges these days. Rising costs at the grocery store, the gas pump, and the pharmacy. That's why Mark Kelly is doing whatever it takes in Washington to bring down costs, even when it means standing up to his own party. The son of 2 police officers, Mark grew up in a house where money was tight. He knows what it means for Arizonans when everyday items cost more. Thanks to Mark Kelly's work, Medicare will finally negotiate down prescription drug prices. Less money spent at the pharmacy means more money stays in your pocket. Mark is leading the effort to cut red tape for truckers and ease supply chain issues. And he's pushing for more domestic oil production. to bring down gas prices. Because Mark knows that for a lot of people, every little bit counts right now. Senator Mark Kelly, looking out for Arizona, fighting for us.
I'm Mark Kelly, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Mark Kelly for Senate.
Hi, Jada Cantor here, Desert Wholesale Diamond. I'm Diamond Dave's daughter. For over 31 years, my dad has been importing directly from overseas and building beautiful rings for clients, all at wholesale prices. How can he do what no one else can? He grew up in my grandpa's 22-store chain, starting part-time at age 13. And when he sold to the big chains, my dad started his own company in 1990. No one else with the fourth-generation connections, in-house importing, and design opens their office to individuals but him. He loves offering expertise to you so you can get a true wholesale deal and propose with the ring you never imagined possible. It's amazingly rewarding, and so many of his clients become friends. If you had a friend that could offer you a true wholesale deal on a diamond, wouldn't you call him? Well, now you do. My dad, Diamond Dave.
Call Diamond Dave at 480-397-2450 or reach him on Instagram at Diamond Dave Cantor. That's Kantor, or visit him online at diamonddaveaz.com. That's diamonddaveaz.com.
I had a nighttime routine for my frequent heartburn. I would drink milk. I would sleep upright with more pillows, but that painful burning stayed. So I made Prilosec OTC part of my morning routine. With just one pill in the morning, Prilosec OTC prevents excess acid production, blocking heartburn day and night. Now I have a new nighttime routine. I call it sleeping.
One pill, 24 hours, zero heartburn. With Prilosec OTC. It's possible while taking Prilosec OTC. Use as directed for 14 days to treat frequent heartburn, not for immediate relief.
1580, The Fanatic.
It's a Daily Blender here on 1580. The Fanatic Heavy Metal Maniac says, I got a suggestion. Why don't you just record the game and watch it later so you don't have to get up early? No. I can't watch recorded football games. I can't, for some reason. I just,
Boy, I can.
I can, but can you? I also like to just sort of like read the Twitter sometimes while I watch football. Am I going to have to duck every spoiler to watch the Vikings and Saints?
No, Keon, here's the thing. Unless Apple TV, unless a lot of these streaming places where you're going to start watching stuff, if everybody's cutting the cord, there's going to be lag, and you're going to want to put the phone away because you don't want to spoil it. You know what happened to me the other day? We were watching the Colts on the big screen, and then on the other screen, we had the Sunday ticket, panels, right? All the different games. Problem is when it's being on the big screen, the little one's ahead. So I got to take and pause that one so that my screen catches up and goes past it, so I don't get spoilers. Well, the other day, something happened, and I was like, oops, I hit the button, and I'm like, oh, I got to fix that. And I'm kind of looking over here and click. I saw them celebrating a touchdown. Then I looked up, and I was like, oh, okay, I guess this is going to be a touchdown. The Colts threw a touchdown. So kind of spoiled that moment for myself. And there's nothing worse than that. And so if you're sitting there watching the game and blink, you're like, oh, yeah. Oh, we just scored a touchdown. What? And then like a minute later, they score a touchdown. Doesn't that take away some of the enjoyment for you?
A little bit. But I think it would take it away a whole lot more if it was ours.
The absolute surprise that the Commandos would score a touchdown is probably going to be an overwhelming, joyous feeling that maybe it won't bother you.
I know you're roasting my team. Their problem is that they don't stop touchdowns from being scored. That's their bigger problem this season.
Yeah, you're like, hey, Carson Wentz threw it. He threw a touchdown to the other team. What happened? Where'd he go?
That hasn't happened yet, but
it will.
I know. Look, it's the experience. Look, I'm on the ride now, so I gotta get to the end.
Big George says, wow, Jeffrey, first world problems. I wasn't trying to complain about it. I was just saying that if that is a spoiler, because of the delay and the lag that is sure to come when all of this is streamed. At some point, every game you watch will be streamed unless you have a digital antenna to get it off of the terrestrial television stations.
And what I think Jeffrey was trying to say is if the lag is that serious in his house, then imagine, the different, packages that people have for internet and all of that stuff and the different providers. If you have, Comcast, you're screwed, something like that. So it's just like if the lag's that bad in one place, imagine it in a different number of places.
Right. My solution, if I'm watching my game, is I don't look at Twitter. I don't look at social. I only will look at the fantasy football stuff at a commercial break. Once it's into a commercial break, then you're not going to get any spoil early in the commercial break. You know what I'm saying? You're like, okay, let's get my points, put my phone down. All right, back to the cone of silence as I watch these games. I hate spoilers. It doesn't affect everybody. Oh, but God, I can't even watch previews for the next week's show when I'm enjoying a TV show because those always have spoilers in them. I don't want to know what's going to happen. I want it to be a complete surprise. And I know I'm weird that way. But, the streaming is going to change all that stuff, at least up to the point where they're able to lessen the lag. Right now, as we are doing this radio show, there's lag. Right now, Randy and I are hearing each other probably at a couple of 100 milliseconds difference. And, it's doable in a conversation. But then if you add on we send it to the station, and then from the station, all our voices are put together, and then it is sent out to the transmitter through a microwave link. And then there's more lag and more lag. Even if we didn't have the 7-second delay on, you would not be hearing us directly. There'd probably be a couple of seconds worth of difference. But then when it does go through the microwave system, now we got a 7-second delay on the natural delays that happen with our transmit. Now we're looking at 10 seconds, 12 seconds, 30 seconds. Now, if you're listening on the stream and there's buffering, could be a minute worth of lag.
Could you slow down? I'm trying to do the math on this. Could you please?
My point is, we're only doing audio. We're just doing audio. And if these things start to happen just with a simple radio show like this, you're looking at minutes of delay when everything is going through Apple TV, or if everything is going through YouTube TV, or this TV, or that TV, and this streaming thing. So cutting the cord is a magnificent thing, but it's going to create a delay of what you're watching. And I got to think that also is going to affect you as you're doing sports betting. Things will have already happened, and you'll bling, there's another spoiler.
Well, that's why you've got to have your app open, because
I'm saying that'll spoil your enjoyment of what you're watching too.
As the line adjusts in real time, it may be ahead of your broadcast.
So I don't know. Listen, remember when we were like, hey, I've got a hard drive. It has 500 megabytes. I'm never gonna fill that thing. You know what I'm saying?
512 megabytes.
I specifically have one of those. Yeah.
So as time goes on, our abilities get bigger, but also so does the demand on those abilities. So, I got to go back and check, but I think I was talking about this off air. My gigabytes of internet usage for Thursday, when Thursday Night Football was on Amazon, went through the roof. I got to go back and compare the second Thursday Night Football that aired to see if that really is, but it put me over, and I didn't even know I had a cap. I have the Gigablast, and I didn't realize I had a cap and how much internet I could use, and I got charged an overage. And if it turns out that's because Amazon opened up a big fat pipe so that they could stream Thursday Night Football, I'm going to be a little bit pissed off because that's not supposed to happen. But remember I said, good Lord, it was clear, so clear as a bell. That is why the audio, again, 2 weeks in a row, not quite right. Couldn't hear the referee and stupid stuff like that. But that had nothing to do with the transmission. That had everything to do with the production of the broadcast. So, I'm just saying, as we all go forward, it's going to change some stuff unless they're able to tighten up that delay. Baker's Cocky Hen says, I'm exactly the same with spoilers. I won't even allow my wife to watch a movie trailer with me in the room. Well, movie trailer is one thing. If there's a movie I know is coming out and I kind of have an idea what it's about, you're right. I'm with you. I don't want to watch the movie trailer. But when it's a quick movie trailer, you're like, oh, hell, that looks good. But when it's a 2-minute movie trailer at the end, you're like, and my wife and I have actually had this conversation. I feel like we just watched the movie. Yep, no need to see it. Okay. We just saw the whole damn thing. We know what's happening here. At the Lefty says, I have Cox Communications, and they had at least a 7-second of lag on the Sunday night game. I had a live stream of the game on YouTube for better commentary, and they were 3 seconds ahead of the cable. So the streaming issue won't be as bad as you think if everything is streaming. Yeah, but once I get what you're saying. Individual results will vary, but it's going to be something that is going to impact the way we watch sports, whether it's for the gambling or just for people like me who don't like spoilers. Big George says Cox charged you an overage for using too much internet. That's ridiculous, Jeffrey. You should dispute that.
Yeah, they will. They'll do it. Mm-hmm. They got me twice.
I'm thinking about changing over to the unlimited stuff. But
that's your best bet, man.
Yeah. Swave Dave says, I use the antenna to watch football, and the signals have gotten much better from a couple of years ago. The biggest lag in my house is my inclination to attack the honeydew list. Oh, yeah, there's a huge lag on that. There's nothing worse than my wife. So I redid the faucets in the master bedroom, but in the kids' bathroom, well, I've got these faucets that have been in boxes for about 4 years, give or take. And she brings it up. I'm like, God, you don't have to bring it up every 6 months. I'll get to it eventually. Yeah, it just didn't go over well. Here's the thing. I did the ones here, and then I realized that's not pleasant. It's not pleasant work. And so I'm not really in a hurry to fix the kids' bathroom one.
That makes sense.
So the lag is pretty bad over here, too. But now it's been talked about on air, and my wife might have heard it. You guys know what I'll be doing this weekend.
It's a 3 to 4 year lag. It happens to everybody.
Good Cat says, why wouldn't everyone in London be drunk by 6 p.m.? Is that why the game's not that late? People are drunk in England at all times during the day. I don't think that matters, Good Cat. All right, listen, it's time now, ladies and gentlemen, for On This Date in Big George's sports history. Back in the year 1954, the very first episode of NBC's Tonight Show, featuring Steve Allen as the host, along with announcer Gene Rayburn and band leader Skitch Henderson, aired nationally for the first time. If I were going to have another kid, I would name him Skitch. Skitch O'Brien. Okay, well, I missed the point on why this was sports history, but here's why. The very first guest on the Tonight Show, very first host, very first airing, Willie Mays.
Willie Mays. Kidding. How cool is that?
The National League leader in batting and eventual MVP appeared as the first guest on this 90-minute. This was back. Seriously, I've watched old clips. Oh, it is so good. It is so good. Steve Allen was brilliant. I mean, it's been lost to history for the most part, but forget about Jay Leno or anybody else. Carson was amazing, but Steve Allen, if you go back,
he was good.
Having Willie Mays on in 1954, that broke a couple of different kinds of barriers, if you know what I mean. So, that's a nice one there, George. Thanks for that.
And you can also see how far our society has come, because today, if it was a new show launching, it'd be some vapid Hollywood actor that would come on there instead of like a sports hero like TikTok Willie Mays. Star. Yeah, that's what I mean. Some influencer of some sorts rather than a sports hero like Willie Mays.
I am confused by the next text. Good Cat says, guys, after 30 years of collecting, I found a bolt I can use. It's too bad I need 3 of them. So you're saying it like in a jar, you've got a bunch of bolts and you finally found one you could actually use? Or was that like a voice text thing going wrong? Because I'm confused. I just go to a hardware store and buy bolts. Baker's Cocky Hen says, the internet was originally called the information superhighway for a reason. Like the freeway, the internet works great until you have a million people on it at the same time. Yeah, I don't know if that has to do with why there's lag. It's not so much about clogging of the internet. So it's the same thing as anything. Things got to travel a certain distance, and some of these things, can't go as fast. I mean, look at this. A Model T can't sit on the freeway like me in my car and go 85. And, so it's a combination of things, I guess. I don't know. I got to go get some digital antennas. I can't wait. As soon as this season is over, DirecTV, I'm going to mail them back their dish. They're like, sir, we don't need this back. I don't care. Take it. Take it. You've charged me so much damn money over these years. I'm through with you. I don't even care anymore. I don't care. So Phil Mickelson, this is an interesting thing. Phil Mickelson and a couple of other golfers are like, we'd like to not be on that lawsuit anymore against the PGA Tour, please. And it makes you start to wonder, are they hoping to come back to the PGA? I don't know that Phil Mickelson, Taylor Gooch, Ian Poulter, and Hudson Swafford are going to be welcomed back with open arms or anything anytime soon. But Mickelson was like very vocal about things initially, and the things he said about the PGA Tour money grab and this and that. So I'm not understanding why they've asked their names be taken off of this lawsuit, other than, are there cracks in the LIV armor there?
Well, I think that eventually there'll have to be an understanding between the Live Tour and the PGA Tour, and there'll have to be some some shuttling between tours by players if both tours or even one tour wants to be successful. So I have a feeling, maybe Phil Mickelson is rethinking his stance. By the way, Phil Mickelson is a multi-millionaire, hundreds of millions of dollars. So perhaps he's rethinking, maybe I shouldn't bite the hand that fed me so well for so many years. Just a thought from the top of my pointy little head.
And I do think the PGA, because they are responding to the Live Tour finally for, putting money tournaments out there for guys to actually win, proving that they can actually change and be moved a little bit. All of a sudden, it doesn't seem like that great of an idea to be in the Live Tour, where we still don't even know what that is as a product.
Well, this is probably the most interesting thing that's happened to the golf since. Now, nothing interesting's ever happened to golf. So,
well, America won the President's Cup over the weekend.
That was pretty cool.
Well, the story continues, and so will this show tomorrow at 3 p.m. See you guys. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200